services and cybersecurity to internet connectivity and business phone systems, Access One helps keep your business connected, protected, and ready to win. Visit AccessOneIT.com. Access One, your hometown IT support partner.
Shop Grand Appliance for expert advice, fast delivery, and the lowest prices every day on top brands like Electrolux, Frigidaire, and more. Visit GrandAppliance.com for full details.
Today's veteran of the game is Timothy Burkhead from Moline, who served in the United States Navy. Thank you for your service. Sponsored by JeffBuysYourHouse.com. Veteran-led and trusted since 2007. As we approach the top of the hour, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams on The Score middays with Rahimi, Harrison, Grody, 10 a.m. to 2 on 104.3 The Score, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Cubs White Sox at Wrigley Field. This is the Cubs radio pregame show driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. In our Cubs conversation, first-round draft pick right-hander Cade Townsend is visiting the friendly confines today.
Yeah, man, it's surreal. I mean, on the plane flight here, it was just like looking at the city, you get chills. I mean, the city is just so cool, and everything here has just been so awesome. Like, the people around have just been amazing.
What are the impressions as you walk through Wrigleyville, you get out of the car, you walk into Wrigley Field? It's not like any other place.
Yeah, no doubt. You're 100% right. It's just history there, and just the atmosphere. Just everyone just is a group. Everyone's a togetherness, and that's what I really appreciate. Not every town has this, and it's something special, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Since you've been drafted, I'm sure you've caught a lot of the Cubs on TV. What are your impressions of the actual team?
I mean, it's surreal. I mean, you have 2 walk-offs in 2 nights. Like, that's the team you want to be on, man. Just fighting to the last out and really just trying to win baseball games. I mean, that's just what it is. That's just the game, and that's what I love to be.
Played your college ball at Ole Miss, California native. Give us a little bit of an impression of who you are on the mound.
Yeah, I mean, on the mound, I'm completely different than in person. I mean, in person, I'm pretty chill. I'm pretty relaxed. Like, I'm that California guy. And then when I'm on the mound, man, I'm trying to win, and I'm trying to outcompete you, and I think I'm better than you, and I'm not going to let you win.
Who impacted you as a pitcher? When you were a really young kid and you were watching Major League Baseball, who did you try to pattern yourself after?
Yeah, for sure. I think there's so many greats out there, but the main one probably Sonny Gray. I mean, we're not 6'5", we're probably 6 foot, 6'1", and not a huge body, not so physical, but just outcompeting the next person and really just trying to strive to be better. And he had an amazing career, and I mean, that's what I want to do.
When the Cubs drafted you, and you've met with them again today, what have they told you about their expectations and how to take you from where you are now to that next level where you're pitching here soon?
Yeah, I mean, it's just taking the next steps. It's an everyday process, and that's what I love about it. I mean, when I was talking to them, it's just all about routine, building bricks, just brick on brick, and that's what I do well. I mean, I execute a plan really well, and they gave me the plan, and now it's just up to me just to every day go to work.
Did you know anybody inside this clubhouse before you were drafted?
Yeah, I knew Ryan Rollison pretty well. We spent the offseason together, and just talking to him, and he loved this place, and I was just so excited when I got the opportunity to come here. And I told my agents here, I was like, man, get me here, like whatever it takes, and they did.
What did Raleigh say, and what has he told you over the last few weeks?
Man, he's just super pumped for me. He's super excited, and now the offseason is going to be even better because now we're teammates.
Have you watched the defense that the Cubs play?
It's unreal. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. I mean, as a pitcher, you can appreciate that for sure.
When you think about your ultimate goals, what are they?
Yeah, I mean, it's be a big leaguer for a long time. Really love the game, just impact the game in a different way. I think I bring something new to a table. I have a different brain than, I guess, most. I mean,
how so?
I'm really analytical. I'm very process-based, very process-oriented. That comes from my dad. And, I have a different brain, and I really want to change the game of baseball in a good, positive way, and I think I'll play for a long time.
I'm fascinated by this because you're part of this new generation. You probably grew up on metrics and analytics. So what do you look at to help infuse into your game to make you better?
Man, that's a lot. That's a deep question for sure. I could probably be here for an hour talking about it, but I mean, it's a lot. I mean, you could go from ball data to body data. Like, it just really depends. Right now, I'm really working on my arm and the forearm spine connection. I'm trying to lower my slot a little bit, so just to keep me healthier, keep me throwing harder, and everything else is going to play well.
Are you a constant tinkerer?
No, I mean, I try not to. I mean, that's the hardest part, is you get to the place where we're all at and everyone wants to tinker, but you just have to trust yourself and really just trust that you know it. When
we watch you on the mound, when you're right, what's right about it?
I mean, I'm throwing 5 to 7 pitches in the zone for strikes and getting a lot of swing and miss.
Sounds good. Good luck. Hopefully you're here sooner than later, and enjoy the experience today.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Cubs first-round draft pick right-hander Cade Townsend out of Ole Miss. Fans in Illinois can purchase Cubs Charities 50/50 raffle tickets starting at 10 a.m. through the end of the game at cubs.com/raffle or from a raffle ambassador at the game through the 8th inning. Coming up, the Manager Show next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Ian Happ. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Every small business owner dreams of hitting a home run. For me, that home run was finding Gusto, the online payroll and benefits software built for small businesses. Gusto is all-in-one, remote-friendly, and covers all your bases. You can pay, hire, onboard, and support your team from anywhere with unlimited payroll runs and no surprise fees. Go to gusto.com today and see why over 500,000 small businesses call Gusto their MVP. That's GUSTO.com. Gusto.com.
Hey, baseball fans, step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports is sports betting the way it should be, with no bet fees in Illinois. Circa Sports brings you player-friendly pricing, enhanced in-game options, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com.
You're driving home after a long day and someone crashes into your car. That's wrong. You go to the store and slip on their wet floor. That's wrong. Think insurance companies want to help you? Wrong. Make the right move and call D&W, Chicago's injury law group. Call D&W Law Group day or night at 312-888-8888. They'll stand up to insurance companies, fight to make it right, and get you the settlement you deserve. Don't wait. Call the 8th. 312-888-8888.
From the ballpark to the beach, Sea Glass wines are here to help you unwind. Sustainably crafted and refreshingly delicious, Sea Glass brings you the bright, crisp taste of California's Central Coast. No matter where the game takes you, whether you're meeting up before the game or kicking back after a well-earned win, Sea Glass is the perfect companion. So relax, refresh, and find your coastal state of mind with Sea Glass, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Chicago weather is tough. Your home siding should be tougher. Hardy Siding is engineered for our climate. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
Today's Tito's Handmade Vodka Canine of the game is Ripley, a 5-year-old beagle from Warrenville. If the Northside team strikes out 9 players, Tito's will make a $100 donation to Paws Chicago. Cubs, White Sox at Wrigley Field. Time now to hear from manager Craig Counsell, brought to you by Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy. Sip the fruity, candy-coated chaos. Counsell has high praise for players who have been forced to accept a bunch of different roles this year.
This is how you put together good teams. Like, I think it's, it's not always going to be like this cookie cutter. This is how it's going to be in terms of roles. And I think you have to prepare for it not to be that way. You have to understand that it's not going to be that way. There's too much thinking that it just has to be that way. It's not going to be that way. Not going to be that way for a baseball season for a good team. So. You're going to need players to do that, and I think we've had a number of guys, whether it be Colin Ray or whether it be David Peterson, that understand that. And Edward Cabrera moving forward is going to have to do that. So there's going to be more guys that are going to have to do that.
Bregman talked last night about the consistency that you guys have been playing with in the second half, kind of comparing it to early hot streaks, early cold streaks. What have you noticed from a consistency standpoint? Is it kind of at the level where you think it needs to be for this team?
Yeah, I mean, you never get, like, it doesn't matter how it's been. It's about where it's going. So it's, you know, we've got to, and you've got to prove that and compete your way into that every day. Yeah, I mean, we played a good baseball game last night. Let's go out and play a good baseball game today and not get too far past that. Got an off day tomorrow. You know, that's a good thing for a lot of guys. But the consistency of it is like, it's today, you know. Last night's over, and now it's today. Go win a baseball game.
The pick to perform next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering every Cubs game all season long, Rahimi, Harrison, Grody, middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
Hey, Cubs fans. Southwest Airlines here on why flying Southwest from Chicago just makes sense. The nonstops you want, the reliability you need, and an elevated experience. With free Wi-Fi for Rapid Rewards members thanks to T-Mobile, plus options for extra legroom seats. They're like a seventh-inning stretch for your whole flight. Southwest Airlines, official airline of your Chicago Cubs. Visit southwest.com/airfare-types-benefits for more information. Available on Wi-Fi-enabled designated aircraft.
As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has been a trusted presence at Wrigley Field for generations, delivering reliable, sustainable restroom solutions for fans. Today, Sloan is expanding beyond the restroom and into the concourse with innovative bottle fillers, providing clean drinking water while helping reduce plastic waste throughout the friendly confines. From water efficiency to innovation, Sloan continues to support the Cubs and their fans all season long. Learn more at sloan.com and go Cubs go.
Help Northern Illinois Food Bank strike out hunger this season. For over 40 years, we've been hitting home runs by providing our neighbors with nutritious meals that help them thrive. But we need you to step up to the plate. Together, we can make a great team with a shared purpose. Don't wait for the perfect pitch. Visit solvehungertoday.org to strike out hunger now. That's solvehungertoday.org. We're hungry for purpose. Are you?
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Ask Reardon Insurance Group in Norwood Park if auto owners make sense for you.
Every team needs a closer. Injured? Dial Pound Law. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs, Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Set for the playing of the national anthem at Wrigley Field.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Wayne Messmer performing the national anthem at Wrigley Field this afternoon. Who Are You Banking On is sponsored by Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Pete Crow Armstrong has 4 home runs and 7 runs batted in over his last 7 games, including 3 bombs in this series. So I'm banking on PCA again. Time now for the pitching matchup, sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Clay Holmes going for the Cubs. The right-hander's 5-5 with a 2.56 ERA in 11 starts this season. Now, since joining the Cubs, he's 1-1 with a 3.38 ERA. 2 starts, including 6 2/3 innings of scoreless baseball last weekend against St. Louis, a victory. Left-hander Sean Newcomb, the former Cub, is 1-3 with a 2.51 ERA in 45 appearances. He is the opener today for the White Sox. It's time for baseball at Wrigley Field. Cubs, Sox, Pat, Ron, next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
Okay, almost out the door. Wait, was that my phone? Oh, maybe they finally texted back. Or did the group chat change the location again?
Before getting in the car, put your phone on Do Not Disturb or set up hands-free messaging. Oh, and by the way, it's not just your phone. It's the breakfast sandwich in one hand, the playlist shuffling, and the mirror check at stoplights. It all stops you from locking in on the road. Drop it and drive. It's not a game.
Rev up your rewards at the pump with the Club Citgo app. Join today and enter for the chance to win big with members-only sweepstakes, plus everyday savings that stack automatically. Start with 20 cents off per gallon on your first fill-up and save 25 cents per gallon on your first 4 purchases with Plus Pay. Hit Premier status and unlock even more. So what are you waiting for? Download the Club Citgo app today and you're good to go. Savings good up to 30 gallons only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Southwest Airlines is the official airline of your Chicago Cubs. And you can bet your sweet Cubbies we fly to their away games. Hint, hint.
Hey, Cubs fans, Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer here. This Cubs season, listen to the Cubs in crystal clear FM quality on 104.3 The Score.
It's got a chance! Gone! Pete Crow Armstrong with a long home run.
Imagine listening to all the action on FM. Cubs baseball has never sounded this good. Listen to every game on your home of the Cubs. 104.3 The Score.
Presented by the official sports book of The Score. Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fee.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is presented by ZipRecruiter. Find out why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/team.
And now, Odyssey and 104.3 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Three-run homer, Ian Happ. Nico drives one in the air. Deep left field, it's got a chance. Gone. He looks up. Cubs walk it off. Pete Crow Armstrong ends the game the way he started it with a home run to right. Yeah, this is what you came here for. We got the Cubs game on the Score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by the Volvo XC90, Vinny's Beverage Depot, Benjamin Moore, Grand Appliance, James Hardy Building Products, Laturo Tire, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, Old National Bank, Sea Glass Wine, Sloan, Southwest Airlines, Xfinity, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Coomer, with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Wrigley Field in Chicago. It's time for the third and final game of this series between the Chicago Cubs and the Chicago White Sox. Good afternoon, everybody. Along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. Zach Zaidman working alongside. Our great engineer is Paul Zarang, and we all thank you for joining us. It is a beautiful summer day here at the friendly confines. The Cubs have a chance to sweep the series if they can win today. Back-to-back walk-off wins on Monday night and last night And today, the starting pitchers, right-hander Clay Holmes going for the Cubs. Former Cub left-hander Sean Newcomb will start for the White Sox. Let's go ahead and get right to the starting lineups for today's game. Brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Leading off for the White Sox in left field is Sam Antonacci. Munetaka Murakami batting second and playing first base. Batting third and playing third is Miguel Vargas. The White Sox cleanup man is the designated hitter, Andrew Benintendi. Braden Montgomery in right. Colson Montgomery at shortstop. Chase Mydroth batting seventh and playing second base. The number 8 batter is the center fielder, Tristan Peters, and Jake Rogers is catching and batting ninth. Those are the White Sox. Here are the Cubs. Pete Crow Armstrong will lead off as the designated hitter today. Seiya Suzuki in right. Batting third and playing third is Alex Bregman. Michael Bush, the cleanup man. Bush to play first base. Nico Horner at short. Pedro Ramirez at second base. Carson Kelly batting seventh and doing the catching. Ian Happ in left and batting ninth in center field, Tyrone Taylor. There you have the lineups. We are ready to go. It is a beautiful day at Wrigley. Back to get it started for you right after this. You are listening to The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Pete Crow Armstrong. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Make your house a home with premium paints and stains from Benjamin Moore. Achieve long-lasting color and beauty with Aura, Regal Select, and Ben for interiors. Or protect your exteriors with Element Guard and new Woodlux exterior stains. Available exclusively at locally owned Benjamin Moore stores. Their high-quality products ensure a flawless finish every time. Ready to start your next project? Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find a retailer near you. Benjamin Moore. See the love.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
It's game time, and that makes it the perfect time for a Yingling Flight. It's 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, packed with flavor. Flight's the next generation of light beer. The oldest brewery in America. Look for Flight wherever you buy beer. And Pat, this series always has a lot of juice here in the city, but this one in particular, just because both teams are looking to be in October and do some baseball playing deep in October, it's made this series a lot of fun.
I would say they both have a very good chance to be playing in October, wouldn't you?
Absolutely, 100%.
Exciting stuff. The Cubs trying to sweep all three. Final game between the two for the regular season. Who knows? Maybe they will meet in October. Wouldn't that be something? Sam Antonacci will lead it off. He's a left-handed batting left fielder. Right-hander Clay Holmes on the mound. First pitch, fastball, low and away we go. 76 delightful degrees at Wrigley at game time. Game time temperature brought to you by Four Seasons. Holmes coming back. This ball is bounced toward the middle. Right there is Horner to make the play. Nico throws him out. One down. Four Seasons, 76 degrees. Game time temp sponsored by the good people at Four Seasons, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric. And Ron, as you think about Clay Holmes facing these White Sox, what kinds of things are on your mind?
Well, if he is going to have a good day, which you expect him to, he's a very accomplished pitcher.
Low and outside to Murakami.
I just wrote 6-3 on the first play. If we're writing 6-3, 4-3, 5-3, 3-1 a lot, it's going to be a good day for Holmes with that sinker, changeup, breaking ball combination.
Next pitch, fastball just outside, 2-0. Holmes, a big, strong right-hander, making his third start in a Cub uniform. Beat the Cardinals his last time out with some great Great numbers. Here's a fastball outside ball 3-0. In fact, he was the only one to beat the Cardinals in that 4-game series. Here comes the 3-0 to Murakami. Bouncing ball left side. Charging is Bregman. The third baseman will throw him out. Bregman playing where a shortstop normally deploys. Him out. Bregman playing where a shortstop normally deploys. Had a routine play. 2 down, nobody on. The batter is Miguel Vargas.
And that's that two-seamer. It starts out, on 3-0 pitch. Murakami, he's swinging. He's looking to do damage. And you're on that pitch as a hitter right up until the hitting zone, and the ball just kind of darts away from you, and he just hit that ball off the end of the bat. Great pitch.
Vargas, pretty good power numbers for him this year. 28 home runs, 72 driven in. And he'll take ball 1.
First inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
Holmes coming back 1-0 inside to Vargas. Cubs in their home white uniforms. Blue pinstripes all over, dark blue hats, numbers, sleeves, and socks. A variety of shoe colors. White Sox in their traveling unis, black shirts, gray pants. Fastball strike. Always a little surprised when a guy in the middle of the order run on a 2-0 or 3-1 count is looking at a fastball right down the middle.
I would agree. Absolutely.
Now the 2-1 to Vargas, and he'll take inside 3-1.
The one thing about Holmes is he is different than a lot of guys that pitch in the league. Him pitching with a 2-seam fastball and a sinker more than that high fastball.
3-1 pitch hit in the air, deep left center. Back goes Taylor on the track, makes the catch. Right in front of the fence over near the 368 sign in deep left center. And Clay Holmes works a 1-2-3 first inning. After a half, White Sox nothing. Cubs coming up on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Dan Swanson. Pat and Ron call every game.
MVP numbers in a light beer? That's Yingling Flight. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, refreshing. That's elite efficiency. Other beers, padding stats with extra carbs, no flavor. Care about your beer stats? The choice is obvious. Yingling Flight is dominating. Numbers don't lie, Chicago. Yingling Flight, the next generation light beer. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Oh, yeah!
That couldn't have been.
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed. Yeah, a.k.a. you're in the Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
The following is a paid political announcement.
I'm Bob Fioretti, and I want to be your Attorney General. I'll put victims over criminals, honest taxpayers over corrupt politicians, citizens over violent illegal aliens, and consumers over greedy utilities. The Attorney General is an independent elected office, and it is supposed to fight for the people, not for the governor or the special interests. I will be that Attorney General. Please go to bobforillinois.com to find out more about my campaign and to contribute. Paid for by Bob for Illinois.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Cubs leadoff man is Pete Crow Armstrong. Leadoff man presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. First pitch from the left-hander Newcomb is in for a strike. If Pete gets a base hit, Benny's Beverage Depot will donate $200 to service dog charities. The next offering inside, it almost hit him, and the count 1-1. The crowd reacting, but it was not any kind of a knockdown pitch. It looked to be an off-speed delivery, actually.
Yeah, it was a breaking ball inside.
Here comes the 1-1, swinging a foul at the plate. Benny's Beverage Depot will donate $200 to service dog charities if Pete can lash out a base hit, and if you can't find it at Benny's, Ron, it's probably just not worth drinking. Pete's having a big series, 5 for 8 with 3 home runs. Cubs trying to win all 3 in this series. Here's a swing and a foul over our heads and out of play. Newcomb was a Cub briefly. What do you recall about him?
Well, good arm, very good arm. Kind of gives you that 3/4 delivery, so his fastball's going to have good movement. Kind of a slurvy breaking ball because of the arm angle, and a changeup.
Here's a high fly ball into center. It's playable for Peters. Drifting in to shallow left center, making the catch. PCA is out number 1. He had led off each of the first 2 games with home runs.
Today is going to be one of those days here at Wrigley with the wind blowing in. It's not blowing in hard, but it's blowing in significantly enough to where it will affect the ball that's not crushed to the outfield, but the ball will still go out of the ballpark.
Seiya Suzuki takes a strike, 0-1. Uniform descriptions we gave you, sponsored by Benjamin Moore. The 0-1 just misses the outside edge. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. White Sox defensively with black shirts and gray trousers. They've got Antonacci in left, Peters in center, Montgomery in right. Swinging a foul back. Murakami, the slugging first baseman. Meidroth, a good-looking young player at second. Colson Montgomery playing shortstop, and Vargas, Miguel Vargas, over at third. Here's the 1-2. Check swing on a low breaking ball. No swing. 2-2. Well, what a day. Beautiful day at Wrigley.
Yeah, getting here to the ballpark earlier this morning. The neighborhood once again just packed. A lot of fun for this series, right? All the people that have showed up here at Wrigley Field for these 3 ball games.
I don't see any empty seats as you say that, Ron, looking all over this park. I mean, not one. And I see some fans kind of standing in the aisles. I see some rooftoppers across Sheffield and Waveland Avenues.
We're going to have over 120,000 people have showed up for these 3 ball games. That's just in the ballpark.
The next pitch fouled away. Good swing by Seiya. No score. We're in the bottom of the first. 1 down and the base is empty. The umpires today, Tom Hanahan calling balls and strikes. Ron Culpa, the crew chief, at first. Scott Berry at second and Manny Gonzalez at third. Low and inside, ball 4 to Suzuki. He becomes the game's first base runner, and the batter is Alex Bregman.
Al Newcomb, a little 96-mile-an-hour fastball down and in, missed the strike zone with that heater. Speed gun, powered by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
Bregman had a bottom of the 9th inning run-scoring single for the game winner in last night's ball game. It came after a long rain delay. But it was a late night for everyone.
Yeah.
And that involves, fans who attended both games, players, coaches. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swinging a chop foul. It's always a little difficult to bounce back after a tough night game run and then have a day game. But in the Cubs case, not only are they playing, but traveling today after the ball game, heading all the way out to Seattle.
Yeah, it's one of those days. Everything kind of speeds up on you in the morning. You get up and got to get moving, and that's just part of the baseball life. It's I guess what we signed up for a long time ago, partner.
That's exactly right. Here's a line drive down the right field line. Foul ball. Foul ball. It just sliced foul at the last second.
Well, he went with a little backdoor slider. And Bregman just goes with it. And I thought for a long time that ball was going to be fair.
Mm-hmm. And so did he. He started scampering up the first baseline.
Yeah, I got one for you, Patrick. Feel like a Bosch prediction brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. Feel like the Bosch. You were Bosching yesterday. You feel like Bosching today?
Here's a swing and a foul off to the right, out of play. I would say yes and yes. And I think the Cubs are going to sweep the series. I really do. It's been a very tough series. Game 1 went into 10 innings. Last night wasn't decided until the bottom of the 9th. But I just think the Cubs are going to win all 3. Now, do you need anything more specific than that?
That's about as boshing as you can get. I like it. No? Coming from the Hall of Famer, right? What more do you want, folks? Right?
The lights have been turned on early in the afternoon, having only a minimal effect, I would think. Bregman takes inside for a ball, 1-2. Now, as a player, would the lights have any effect on a bright, sunny day like this?
No, they definitely would not. The only thing, and I hate saying this about our own ballpark, but the lights could have an effect, but maybe a negative one in this bright sunshine if the ball gets caught in the lights on a line drive.
Fly ball to left, not deep. Coming in is Antonacci to make the catch. And that's going to be out number 2.
You know, if you're playing a corner outfield and you get that line drive that could stay in the lights, you could lose. But, you know, I think all the ballparks now, if there's any possible weather, they always put the lights on to start the game, and that's kind of common around the league nowadays.
Big thank you, as always, to the grounds crew last night, hustling around and covering the field. Here's Michael Busch fouling it away off to the left. But that tarpaulin has to be very heavy after it gets soaked with water.
Guys did a great job. They got the tarp out on the field right before it was going to rain.
Yep.
Got it out there in a split second, and then it came down 2 minutes later. And they did a great job in about 20 minutes getting the field ready to play.
Smacked on the ground to second, scooped up by Mydroth, and he throws to first in time. Michael Busch bounces out. Cubs don't score, leave 1. After 1, no score. Cubs and White Sox on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs talk to start your day. Mully and Haw. Mornings, 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
Lung cancer is common among East Asian descendants, especially females.
We understand our patients have different backgrounds and circumstances, which is why we promote nearly 1,000 health screenings each year, like the CLUES program, which screens high-risk, often uninsured patients for cancer.
If it wasn't for the CLUES program at Northwestern Medicine, we wouldn't know my mom had lung cancer.
Because we treat our community the same way we treat our patients, better.
Chicago weather is relentless. The ice, the snow, the summer humidity. Your home's exterior can take a beating. What if your siding was made to stand strong through it all? Hardy Fiber Cement Siding is engineered for our climate. It resists cracking in the freezing cold and won't swell in the summer heat. You get the timeless beauty of wood with lasting protection and low maintenance. Your home deserves the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com. That's jameshardy.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road. Ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
With 21 locations throughout Chicagoland, Pete's Market is your largest family-owned and locally operated grocer. No one does fresh like Pete's.
Top 2 Cubs and Sox are scoreless. The second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, official partner of the Cubs, bringing the California coast to you wherever you are. Pat?
Okay, Zach, second inning, no score. Left-handed batting Andrew Benintendi will take a strike from the big right-hander Clay Holmes. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball just missing outside. Holmes always works from the stretch over on the first base side of the rubber. And the 1-1 pitch is swung on and fouled back. And his chest is facing the third base line right before he is ready to deliver. It's kind of an unusual thing for a starting pitcher to work this way, but that's what he does. Here comes the 1-2, fouled away.
you know, what it does do, so when you're ready to deliver the ball, you want your shoulders lined towards your target, no matter what you do, whether you're pitching, playing defense, you know, that's the ideal thing. So a lot of guys that have good arms, you know, as younger guys, they've simplified the motion, because that ball's fouled straight back right down. Looked like it was coming at us and hit the net. But it does simplify things, and I think that's what you're looking for, is simplification and able to repeat the motion and the arm action over and over and over.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch on the way. It's a little bit high to Benintendi.
You know, you in basketball, when you were shooting and you were a really good shooter, you wanted that same action with your shot time after time after time. I think it's exactly the same for a pitcher.
Now the 2-2 just outside, 3-2. Many times, Ron, athletes, whatever they achieve success doing when they're young, they just keep on doing it that same way, and why would you change? Yeah. Here's the 3-2 pitch, swinging a chopper foul.
Yeah, you keep having success, right?
If it's comfortable to you, that's all that matters.
That's right, and it's working. You know, you're pitching in the big leagues and having a lot of success, and no reason to change things up.
No score, second inning. Beautiful day at Wrigley. 3-2 pitch hit in the air, a pop fly foul. This ball is over near the stands and out of play.
Defensive alignment today, that's sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Guys won't have to play quite as deep today as they did yesterday with the wind blowing out. Today the wind blowing in. Not hard, but it's blowing in. Ball won't carry quite as well as it did yesterday.
You don't see as many walks when the wind is blowing in. Pitchers are not afraid to challenge hitters. Generally, here comes the 3-2 pitch. Benintendi, as I say that, takes outside for ball 4. Didn't miss by much. But I think that is the case. When that wind is blowing in, a pitcher is much more courageous around about challenging hitters, and you're not really worried about it.
No, I would agree. Vargas hit that ball really well for the third out of the first inning to center. Taylor went back like he thought it might go out of the park, and then had to slam on the brakes and caught it right at the edge of the track.
Benintendi becomes the White Sox first base runner today. He's at first. Braden Montgomery, the batter, takes outside. Montgomery 1 for 8 in the series. Benintendi being held by Bush at first. And the next offering, swinging a ground ball to third, backhanded by Bregman, throw to second, there's one, throw to first, not in time. Almost a Hall of Fame looking double play, turned by Bregman, who backhanded the ball and then quickly made a throw to Ramirez, running across the bag at second. You talk about precision, Ron. That was an incredible play by those guys.
It really was, and great throws. The play is made. Bregman running towards the line, catches this ball on the run, backhanded, jump throw to second. Ramirez playing in the hole, has to come a long way to get to the bag. He does the jump throw from the bag.
Here's a bouncer and a diving stop by Ramirez, but it's going to be a base hit. It hit the foot of Holmes and carried him towards right. Ramirez, the second baseman, made a diving stop but had no play. That's an infield single. Men at first and second with one away, no score. And now the question is Holmes okay? He took the sharply hit ground ball right off the leg. I didn't see exactly where it hit him, but it seemed like it was in the lower leg.
Yeah, and that's where he broke his leg earlier. Now, I'm not sure if it hit him where he had the broken leg earlier this season. But now that I'm thinking about this being just a couple starts for him in a Cubs uniform, he's had 3 balls hit right by his ankles hard. And you're just like, you know, that's how he broke his leg, with a line drive, 1 hopper off his shin. And he gets another one today.
He's good to go. Chase Mydroth, the batter, right-handed hitter, hitting .275. And he'll take inside, ball 1. Give Colson Montgomery an infield single a minute ago.
Going to challenge this one. Ball strike challenge, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
And it is a strike. So a good challenge. All overturned. No score, second inning. Sox at first and second, one away. And the 0-1 to Mydroth. Swing and a miss. What do you like on 0-2, Ron?
Well, that last slider was a tough pitch for Mydroth. He did not see it real well. He pulled off it. He could probably go right back with that pitch again and probably try to throw it a few more inches away off the plate.
The next pitch fouled away. He didn't want that 0-2 pitch where that ended up. That was pretty much in a hittable spot, but he got away with it.
He went back, same thing, went back to that sweeping breaking ball, but he threw it in the middle of the plate.
Mydroth 1 for 9 in the series. White Sox threatening. The 1-2 pitch rolled toward third. Bregman will glove it and throw to first. Gets his man. Good play by Bregman. Runners advance to second and third. The ball just not hit sharply enough to get any other play.
Yeah, and that's a very difficult throw when you're kind of running on an angle, full speed as a third baseman, and then to throw the ball to second in that angle, where do you throw the ball from? Over your head? You can't drop down. It's a very difficult throw. It's a good play by Bregman to just get the out at first.
2 down, second and third. Tristan Peters, left-handed batter, will take inside. You know, the more we watch Bregman, and this is the first year we've seen him play every single day, he is really amazingly accurate with his throws from all kinds of different body positions. Here comes the 1-0. Check swing ground ball to Bregman. Gloves it. He'll plant the foot and make the throw to first to get him. Good play by Bregman and another good throw. No runs for the White Sox. They leave 2. After an inning and a half, no score. Cubs and Sox at Wrigley. On the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Every strikeout and home run is heard right here on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
Plumbing emergency? Chicagoland depends on Plumbers 911. Licensed professional local 130 plumbers are available 24/7 for fast, reliable help. Call 833-PLUM-911. Local 130 plumbers get the job done right the first time.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal.
We got a big deal, too. Right, Mom?
Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid.
Nice.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus $1,500 bonus cash on the Hyundai Santa Fe. Or get up to $3,000 total savings on the Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid. Offers end September 8th. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Don't miss the Toast of the Game presented by Binny's Beverage Depot when we celebrate the game's greatest moments and players. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? Now through August 24th, new Xfinity customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. And get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Join the Cubs Thursday, September 3rd for Hello Kitty Night. Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials will receive a limited edition Hello Kitty Cubs plushie. Don't miss out on this offer. Pat?
Zach, thank you. Nico Horner will hit a fly ball to right toward the line. Long run. Montgomery gets there and makes the catch. And Nico is retired on the fly ball to right. No score. Second inning. And the batter now is Pedro Ramirez.
Now I got a question for you, Pat, and Zach, and Paul Zerang for that matter. Do we know what a plushie is?
I
Zach
have
said,
heard
Hello
it. I was just
Kitty
going to ask
Cubs
Zach.
plushie.
I was just going to ask Zach if he had an example or a sample of what he was talking about.
Well, a plushie is a soft toy made from cloth and filled with soft stuffing.
Okay.
Like popcorn? Could you put popcorn inside of that?
You could, but
not
it would
in our
not
booth.
be
It's not going to make it long enough.
Yeah.
2 balls and no strikes on Pedro Ramirez. Here's a pitch taken high for a ball.
In other words, a plushie is a stuffed animal.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Now, are you reading this, Zach? Did I catch you in the middle of a Google right during the game? I think I did. Here's a pitch in there for a strike, 3-1.
I think these are things, the younger set, we know about plushies, Pat.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations.
Well, I don't have the Google machine in front of me like you do. There is ball 4 to Pedro Ramirez.
Sometimes when you look back, Pat, to the back row, and Paul Zarang's just shaking his head at us, we're off the tracks.
I was thinking about a story, and I'll share it later on, about Harry Carey.
Speaking off the tracks.
And Ron Santo and Harry's son Skip.
Okay.
And I'll share that later on. But I was chuckling thinking about that driving in today. Here's a pitch outside to Carson Kelly. But I was thinking about the first game these two teams played in 1997. It was on the south side. Low and inside to Carson Kelly, and the broadcast crew on Cubs radio that day was Ron Santo, Harry Carey, and yours truly.
Yeah.
So very special day for me.
Yes, absolutely.
And just fun to ever be part of the broadcast with Harry Carey.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
I was a kid, and he was one of the all-time greats. Here's a pitch in there for a strike, 2-1. But the Cubs beat the White Sox in the first ever game, 1997, on the south side. And, of course, Harry was a former White Sox announcer, too.
Yeah.
And he left under, I guess, kind of some uncomfortable circumstances. And whenever the Cubs would score, he would say, "Listen to this crowd," and just kind of rubbing it in a little bit, just the way he could.
Mm-hmm.
But we will share that other story. It was about an event that Ronnie and Harry and Skip Carey, his son, went to for the Juvenile Diabetes Foundation. 3-2 on Carson Kelly. Let's keep an eye on Ramirez at first. No score in the game. And the pitch on the way to Kelly. Sharp ground ball to second, but it's fielded by Mydroth. Steps on second, throws to first, double play. 4-3 on the Twin killing. Cubs don't score. On to inning number 3. 0-0 game. Cubs and White Sox on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Craig Counsell. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Since 1962, Fitzgerald Equipment has kept businesses moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service. Featuring heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by heli. Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the?
Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto.
Nice. Who's that?
New social media manager, hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now.
Wait, we're famous?
Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial pound law. Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
When every heartbeat counts, you need a team that leads with expertise. From arrhythmia mapping to advanced cardiac surgery, Loyola Medicine treats some of the region's most complex heart conditions by restoring rhythm and restoring lives. At Loyola Medicine, tough is what we do and who we are. Visit loyolamedicine.org/tough.
Who's on first? Southwest Airlines, ranked first among U.S. airlines by the Wall Street Journal. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings. See southwest.com/WSJ.
Top 3 at Wrigley Field. Cubs and White Sox are scoreless, partly cloudy, 75 degrees, wind blowing in. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fees. Pat?
All right, Zach. Third inning, 0-0 game. Jake Rogers, right-handed batting catcher. will lead things off for the Sox against right-hander Clay Holmes. Just one base hit so far in the game. That was a single by Colson Montgomery back in the second inning. First pitch low and inside for a ball. Game time temperature 76 beautiful degrees. Sponsored by Four Seasons. Chopper foul toward third. Four Seasons, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric. I think I mentioned all of the umpires. I did not finalize that statement by saying the announcement of the umpires is sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. The 1-1 to Rogers, swing and a foul at the plate, 1-2.
Good breaking ball there by Holmes after boring a couple two-seamers in. Good breaking while Rogers barely stayed alive.
Antonacci on deck, and then Murakami. The 1-2 pitch, fastball is high. 2-2. We're going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Ron, Zach, and I, and Paul Zarang. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. And the 2-2 pulled sharply on the ground, foul past third. The ball boy hustling out to make a nice play. Juggled it slightly, and he's a little upset at himself. Yeah. Kind of smacks the bare hand into the glove.
He's a good baseball player. He's got good hands. He's mad at himself. He got a shot and made an error.
2-2 pitch, grounded to Bregman, gloves it, plants the feet, and then makes the throw to first. Bush stays on the bag, reaching for a high throw while he was falling backward. Great play by Bush. One of the rare off-target throws by Bregman, but Bush saved him. Good play by Michael.
Yeah, great play by Michael. It's probably the easiest play Bregman's had so far today. He probably didn't know what to do. I've been all over the field, and now I got an easy one, and he just sailed that throw. Nice play by Michael to stay on the bag.
Of course, you knew it would happen in the day when we're raving about what an accurate thrower he is. Here's Sam Antonacci taking outside.
I wasn't going to mention it. Wait. Right away.
But Ron, you played third. Now you know those are tough throws from third. That's not an easy toss by any means. And on top of that, your body is in all kinds of different angles. Backhanding, angling back, charging the ball. But I'm just amazed at how accurate usually Alex Bregman is with his throwing.
Incredibly. You know, I really agree. And he's got great range. So he ends up fielding a lot of balls in places where other third basemen would not. And that makes the throw even that much more difficult, to your point.
But he's got quick feet as well, and that helps him get in a position to make his throws. 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike to Sam Antonacci.
Third inning brought to you by Consumers Credit Union. People in your corner who stand up for you wherever you go.
But when a guy joins your team, you find out very quickly how good or how much he struggles defensively. But Alex Bregman is one of the best third basemen in this league today.
Yep, I would agree.
3-1 pitch inside. He walked him. And it's a one-out walk to Antonacci, and it brings up Munetaka Murakami.
I was a little frustrated with himself on the mound with that walk. He's got great movement, and that two-seamer sometimes can be a tough pitch to get going where you want it to end up. And with all the movement, that one just missed down and in.
Murakami bounced out to third his first time, and he'll take a strike. Murakami homered in last night's game.
How about the opposite field home run he hit off the video board?
Long blast. The 0-1. Bouncing ball to first. Charging, gloving. Bush throws to second. There's one. Horner to first. Offline. And now safe at first is the batter Murakami. Bush gloving the ball, throwing to Horner. So they got the force at second. 3-6 on the fielder's choice there. Murakami is safe at first. Now Bush is talking with Ron Kulpa, the umpire. I'm not sure what it's involving, Ron.
There's Michael Bush is saying about him being out of the throwing area. Like the runner, I think on the return throw being in the way, but that's you know, you don't see it a lot, but it is legal. You know, you don't have to get down. You can get hit by the ball.
Miguel Vargas takes inside for a ball.
Remember years ago when you could break up a double play, the middle infielders were taught to throw the ball from their hip, and that will get the base runner down. Either that or you'll wear one off the coconut.
Yeah, and that's not a good way to spend your afternoon.
Trying to pull a baseball out of your forehead?
With a coconut in the forehead? Yeah, it's not on your list of things to do today.
No.
2-0 on Vargas. No score, third inning. Swing and a miss. Maybe the best breaking ball we've seen from Clay Holmes today. 2-1. I remember Chris Spire watching him. As you were saying that, Ron, he'd be a shortstop coming across and sidearming the throw because Pete Rose would try to intimidate him by breaking up double plays, and Spire said, I've got a way to combat that.
Yeah.
As soon as I come across, you better get down sliding because I'm going to throw sidearm.
Yeah.
And like you said, he would have drilled him.
You either get out of the way or you get drilled from about 5 feet away.
Here's the 2-2 pitch, fouled back in the count 2-2.
Because now in the era of Chris Spire, which is before me, and I was watching baseball, the guys getting taken out at second base was vicious. And that's the way a middle infielder could protect themselves.
2-2 on Vargas. No score. We're in the third. Here's a check swing foul down the right field side.
Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Several other games going on today around the big leagues. Here's a pop-up foul and out of play. Atlanta and Minnesota 1-1. They're in the fifth. Zach will bring us up to date on all of the other games that are currently being played along with this one. Holmes now at 50 pitches with 2 outs in the third. Here comes the 2-2 from the big right-hander. Vargas lines one into left, base hit, past a diving Horner. That breaking ball hung a little bit, and Vargas spanks it into left. Stopping at second is Murakami. 2 men on for Andrew Benintendi.
Yeah, this breaking ball starts inside and ends up in the middle of the plate. Vargas still out in front of it a little bit. Why he didn't get that ball elevated, and it ended up being a one-hopper through the infield, but pretty good swing as he hit the line drive through the left side.
Benintendi had a base on balls his first time. Left-handed batter. He'll swing and miss. Benintendi homered in the opener on Monday night.
He has a pinch hitter. First pitch he saw in the eighth. Hit into the basket and right and gave the Sox the lead by a run.
The 0-1 is low and in. 1-1. Cubs have come from behind to win each of the first 2 games. Cubs have more come from behind wins than any other team in the big leagues. 39. The 1-1 pitch. Big chop slowly right side. Charging Bush. Gloves it. Underhand feed to the pitcher. Holmes on the bag. In time. Score that one 3-1. White Sox lead 2. We go to the bottom of inning number 3. 0-0 game. Cubs and White Sox on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering every Cubs game all season long. Rahimi, Harrison, Grody. Middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
Rev up the rewards at the pump with Club Citgo. Find exclusive ways to win big from sweepstakes to daily deals. Download the Club Citgo app. Savings good up to 30 gallons only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Did you know you could earn up to $600 when you open a checking account at Old National Bank?
$600? You could do a lot with that. Like tickets to somewhere warm?
Now boarding for Miami.
Or tickets to your favorite band.
Or tickets to your favorite band in Miami.
Boom! Now you're talking.
Earn up to a $600 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Additional restrictions apply. Visit oldnational.com/checking. Offer valid through October 30th, 2026. Member FDIC.
Got big plans tonight? Make sure your post-game plan is locked in before last call comes around. Plan ahead and party on with a sober ride home at the end of the night.
Your ride is here.
Drive sober or get pulled over. It's not a game.
The time to refresh your interior space is now. FinishingChicago.com has the industry experts in glass systems, drywall finishing, wall covering, commercial painting, and signage. Whether it's a hotel lobby or a corporate workspace, first impressions matter. Now more than ever, people expect spaces that feel refreshing, thoughtful, and aligned with how they live and work. Make the most of your space by utilizing Finishing Chicago contractors. For a great finish, start with FinishingChicago.com.
Heard of a crash? Someone else's fault? Call D&W, Chicago's Injury Law Group. They'll fight to make it right. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
Ian Happ is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck? Sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Pat?
All right, Zach, the new White Sox pitcher now is right-hander Jose Urquidy. Urquidy, pronounced Urquidy. And he'll face Tyrone Taylor, and then the top of the order, Pete Crow Armstrong and Seiya Suzuki. 0-0 game. What do we know about Urquidy, Ron?
Well, Cubs have seen him before, and he's a guy that his best pitch is his changeup, and you're going to see quite a few of them today. He will throw one after another if he starts feeling it with that changeup.
He's only appeared in one game as a White Sox pitcher, and he misses outside to Ian Happ. Let me correct that. The first pitch was a called strike. Urquidy has a bright red glove. The next pitch low and away, 1-1. Urquidy worked 3 2/3 innings and gave up 3 runs in his first White Sox outing. He's also pitched for the Pirates in 5 games this season. 1-2 on Ian Happ.
So he's gone fastball, back-to-back breaking balls away. This has got to be changeup, I would think.
There it was, Ron. Looked like an off-speed pitch, fouled away. You've seen that sequence before?
Once or twice.
Yeah.
You always have in the back of your head, White Sox got a little, they got sunglass issues, okay. Thought they were making I thought we were in spring training. They were just taking guys off the field, 2 new guys going on.
Yeah.
You know, it happens in spring.
It's kind of casual.
Yeah.
Let's see if Happ can crank up a rally. Tyrone Taylor on deck, and then Pete Crow Armstrong. This big crowd is ready to make some noise. And we talk sometimes, Ron, when one team has won every game in a series up until the finale, if you can take the early lead, and especially when you're at home, if you can get the crowd behind you, it seems to give you a big psychological advantage.
I think they're having some issue, Pat, with reflection from the bleachers in right, I do believe.
We're going to pause 10 seconds. In fact, I think we're going to pause 12 seconds for station identification. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams, Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score, and Odyssey Sports Station, WSCR, WSCR FM, and HD1 Chicago.
That only felt like 10. I really was hoping for 12 seconds on that.
I'll tell you what, in an hour you can try again.
Here's the 2-2, and Ian Happ takes inside, 3-2. Happ wearing the powder blue shoes and powder blue batting gloves. Here's the payoff pitch. Changeup foul back, still 3-2. Ian has the habit of tightening the batting gloves after every single pitch. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Here's the pitch. Happ swings and misses. Strike 3 on a changeup. And that's out number 1.
Well, eventually you knew he was going to get to the change against Ian. He had thrown some fastball and some breaking balls, but at the end of the day, he's trying to get guys out with the change, and that was a very good one in a good location.
Pitching changes by the opposition, sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. Tyrone Taylor will take a strike. Taylor takes down low, 1-1. Cubs heading to the Pacific Northwest and taking on the Seattle Mariners the next 3 games. Neither team has named their starters. Fastball in there for a called strike 2. We can give you the game times tomorrow night, 9:10 Central Time. Saturday earlier start, 6:15, and then the Sunday day game at 3:10 Central. There's a big bouncer to a charging shortstop Montgomery, gloves it on the second hop and does not get his man. Infield single Tyrone Taylor. I expected Montgomery, the shortstop, to charge that one much more aggressively. How about you, Ron?
Yeah, I would agree. If he catches this on the big hop, he's got to play it first. Once he lets that ball bounce the second time, it's going to be a base hit. The ball's hit right off the front edge of home plate and goes way up in the air. And once it hits the second time, you got no play.
Here is Pete Crow Armstrong. And Pete will take high, ball 1.
If Pete looks for an off-speed pitch in this at bat, he got a chance to go deep. White Sox are going to challenge this ball call. Ball strike challenge, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
It just did hit the strike zone. So that call is overturned. It's 0-1 on Pete. Pete with 79 RBIs leads the team. And the 0-1. Swinging a pop-up foul and back out of play. You just don't see the leadoff batter leading the team in runs batted in very often.
No, you really don't. But when your leadoff hitter has 31 bombs and can run the way Pete does, yeah, he has had some kind of run here the last few months. That's for sure.
It's 0-2 on PCA. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. A changeup got him. And that is out number 2.
A lot of off-speed stuff here now between changeup, slow curveball. He's walking way out there towards second base. He's only got 7 seconds before he's got to deliver a ball to home plate.
And he quickly steps up and fires a strike. 0-1. Keep an eye on Tyrone Taylor at first here.
I've not seen that before.
Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a foul back.
You know how we say we see something new every day in our game?
Yeah.
Keaties was way out by second base. He'd come walking in to the mound, and the pitch clock had been started. It was at 5, and he wasn't even in the dirt. He stepped right up to the rubber, put his right foot in, and then just delivered a pitch like it was batting practice and threw a perfect slider in the outside corner. That's a new one.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Urquidy strikes out 3 in the inning. Taylor had the infield single, but the Cubs did nothing else. We go to inning number 4. No score. Cubs and White Sox on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering every Cubs game all season long, Rahimi, Harrison, Grody, middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
Do you hear that? The roads are calling, and they're leading you to McGrath Acura of Westmont, because during the Acura Summer of Performance event, you'll find exceptional offers across the Acura lineup. The roads are calling. Now it's your turn to answer. Visit McGrath Acura of Westmont today and tell them Zach sent you.
Expires 8/31/26, 3,000 due at signing, 7,500 miles per year, plus first payment, tax, title, license, dock, and destination fee. See dealer for details.
When you do the math, you choose McGrath.
Hey Cubs fans, this season, the Chicago Cubs are pitching for chicken with Chick-fil-A. If the Cubs strike out 3 batters in any inning during a home game, everyone gets a reward from Chick-fil-A on their mobile app. That's 3 strikeouts, 1 inning. Find more details and official rules at CFAChicagoland.com. Keep listening every home game for your chance at a free reward and eat more chicken.
Strike 3, you're out.
You know how your Wi-Fi is spotty in some places or keeps buffering at the worst times? But you kind of just live with it because fixing it seems like a hassle? It doesn't have to be. You can just get an Eero system, which is ready to replace whatever router you have from your ISP. They set up in minutes, so you can start enjoying fast, reliable, award-winning Wi-Fi right away. Upgrade yourself today at Eero.com. Seriously, it's time.
Baseball fans, turn your next celebration into a VIP party at Vertiport Chicago. Private hangar social and helicopter flights from $250. Book at skyparty.vip.
Time to check the out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app, save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Top of the 9th inning in Pittsburgh. The Tigers leading the Pirates 3-2. Gleyber Torres with an RBI single.
Braden Montgomery, left-handed batting outfielder, will take outside. What else you got, Zach?
Carson Bench, Pat, a 2-run home run for the Mets. They lead the Padres 2-1 in the last of the 7th in New York.
Montgomery taps one foul, 1-1.
Twins on top of the Braves 4-1. They are in the bottom of the 5th inning. And later on tonight, the Brewers are home against the Mariners after beating Seattle 22-0 yesterday.
And the 1-1. Outside for a ball, 2-1. I cannot remember a big league game with the final score of 22-0.
No. That's not a good one.
And the 2-1. Drilled fair past Bregman down the left field line for a base hit. Happ gets it back in. Leadoff single for Braden Montgomery. He went the other way.
And what you're looking at with these left-handed hitters from the White Sox, knowing Holmes throws a lot of balls, whether it be his two-seam fastball, that sinker, or his changeup, both running away from the left-handed hitter. They're really trying to shoot the ball the other way and use the other side of the diamond.
Colson Montgomery will take outside from Clay Holmes. Sox now with 3 hits in the game, all singles. Haven't seen an extra base knock from anyone yet today. Again, the wind blowing in slightly. Low and inside for a ball, 2-0. Ron, regarding the wind, I know you only played 1 year at Wrigley, 2001, as a Cub. But would you change your swing or your approach regarding whether the wind was blowing in or out? Here comes the pitch outside, and if so, what would that change be?
I would. Maybe not today, though. The wind, to me, today, it's blowing in, but it's not blowing in hard like we've seen it, in April and May, where it's really howling in.
3-0 pitch, swung on and missed, 3-1.
But in them cold days where the wind is blowing in, and it's almost impossible to hit a home run.
Right.
Then I would really make an effort of staying on top of the baseball with my hands and drive down through the ball. And absolutely, even in batting practice, try to keep the ball out of the air. Mm-hmm. You are not looking to hit a long, high fly ball. It's just an out.
Now that makes a lot of sense. It's 3-1 on Colson Montgomery. The pitch hit in the air, foul, slicing away from Happ and out of play.
And that is something you can work at. It really is. You can practice that and have basically two approaches to hitting here at Wrigley Field. You have to have one that you keep the ball down and out of the wind. And then there are days where the wind's blowing out hard. You really want to catch the ball out in front and get the ball elevated.
3-2 pitch, runner goes, swing and a miss, strike three. Great throw to second. That's a double play. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. Beautiful throw by Carson Kelly. The shortstop Horner caught the throw, and that ball was right on the second base bag. Easy play for Nico. Double play.
Yeah, this throw right on the money. Great throw, good tag. Kelly got a good pitch to throw on, and he threw a strike to second base.
Quickly, 2 down, nobody on, no score, 4th inning. And the batter is Chase Mydroth. And a ground ball to third, gloved by Bregman. He'll throw to first. He gets him. 4 shutout innings for Clay Holmes. Let's see if the Cubs can get him some runs to work with. We go to the bottom of the 4th. No score on the score. And the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Every strikeout and home run is heard right here on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
The following is a paid political announcement.
I'm Bob Fioretti, and I want to be your Attorney General. I'll put victims over criminals, honest taxpayers over corrupt politicians, citizens over violent illegal aliens, and consumers over greedy utilities. The Attorney General is an independent elected office, and it is supposed to fight for the people, not for the governor or the special interests. I will be that Attorney General. Please go to bobforillinois.com to find out more about my campaign and to contribute. Paid for by Bob for Illinois.
Hey, Chicagoland. Get with a winning team. The all-new Toyota on Edens. One of Chicagoland's fastest-growing Toyota dealers. You'll find big savings in our lineup of 300 new Toyotas. And servicing your current Toyota has never been easier. With extended service hours, Uber pickup and drop-off. And every Saturday, Toyota oil changes are only $29.95. The best way is right off the expressway at Toyota on Edens or ToyotaOnEdens.com.
Hey, it's Pat Hughes here for North Shore Adult Diapers. In all seriousness, everyone knows someone worrying about control problems. And for many, the store brands don't get the job done. It's time to try North Shore. And don't settle for anything less than the MVP of adult diapers at NorthShore.com. North Shore's team of experts will send out samples that can be trusted to last, no matter what. Get back in the game with North Shore Adult Diapers at NorthShore.com. We're gearing up for another season, and you can too at Suits 2020 in Niles. More than just amazing suits, casual wear, sportswear, and more. Suits 2020, the latest fashions at the lowest prices.
League leaders are sponsored by Gusto. Higher pay and grow your team with Gusto. Yordan Alvarez of the Astros leading the majors in batting average, hitting at .318.
Let's see if the Cubs can get on the board here in this 4th inning. Alex Bregman takes a strike. Michael Busch on deck, and then Nico Horner against the right-hander Urquidy. And the next pitch, hit on the ground sharply to third, gloved by Vargas. And he'll make a good, accurate throw across the diamond in time for out number 1.
Well, hit sharply, a little off-speed pitch. Bregman hit it right on the screws, but on top of it, and just drove it into the ground, but a bullet at the third baseman.
We're going to make our attendance guesses in the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. We've been right in that 39,000, 40,000 neighborhood. And I'm pretty sure we're in that same area today. I think this is going to be the biggest crowd. I'm going to say 41,000 and 14. 41014.
Wow. Be a good poker hand.
Yes, sir.
You have 2 pair.
Here's the 1-1 pitch to Busch. A swing and a miss. 1-2.
I will go 40,400.
I'm going to go 40,200.
So we're locked in. Our excellent engineer Paul Zarang is going to make his guess.
What you got, Ziggy?
The Maestro is going 40,292.
And the pitch on the way to Bush, called strike 3. Bush caught looking. 2 down. Cubs kind of mystified by Urquidy so far. Nobody really has made solid contact against him. Cubs' only hit was an infield single by Tyrone Taylor, a play that really was misplayed by the shortstop Montgomery.
Here he goes again. He was way back behind the mound. He steps right up and has to throw. It's pretty funny. It doesn't bother him at all. He's stretching behind the mound on the grass with 6 seconds before he's got to deliver the pitch. Steps up, toes the rubber. Here you go.
It's almost like a Charlie Chaplin film.
Yeah.
Speed up motion. Here's the pitch low, 1-1.
He's done it twice, and he's made 2 perfect pitches both times. Go figure.
Urquidy's next offering, fastball strike. Jose Urquidy. You don't meet a lot of people with the first 3 letters of their last name starting with URQ. Strike 3 called, and the Cubs have done nothing against Urquidy. We go to the 5th inning. Zach Zaidman will join Ron Coomer in a moment. 0-0 game. Cubs and White Sox on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Molly and Hom, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
Want to rethink what's possible? How about being an investor? Not just in your future, but in the future. Well, it all starts with Invesco QQQ. For more than 25 years, this single ETF has given investors a direct line to the NASDAQ 100. That's 100 leading innovators behind advances in personal tech, science, and robotics, just to name a few. And you can access it all with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 Index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Chicago sports fans, it's Ron Coomer. Summer baseball is in full swing, and it's the perfect time to enjoy your outdoor space. TimberTech decking is engineered with advanced innovation and resilient design to stand up to sun, rain, and years of gathering. You get the beauty of wood without sanding, staining, or splinters. Order free samples or connect with a contractor near you at TimberTech.com. TimberTech.com. TimberTech. Everything wood should be.
Shop Grand Appliance for expert advice, fast delivery, and the lowest prices every day on top brands like Electrolux, Frigidaire, and more. Visit grandappliance.com for full details.
4th inning sponsored by Access One, your Chicago technology partner for managed IT.
Line drive caught at second base by Pedro Ramirez off the bat of Tristan Peters. 1 pitch, 1 away.
And Access One still doing that. And they're managing line drive outs, too, in this inning. 4th inning sponsored by Access One, your Chicago technology partner for managed IT, cybersecurity, business phone systems, and internet services. Great to have them aboard on Cubs Radio.
Jake Rogers at the plate, and the backup catcher for the White Sox looks at a sinking fastball low and inside. 1-0 the count. Scoreless game, Cubs and Sox, the finale of this 3-game set, the north side edition of the series, as Rogers whacks this foul out of play off to the right. 1-1 the count.
We had Meat of the Order last inning. Meat of the Order is brought to you by Pete's Market, Chicagoland's largest family-owned and locally operated grocer.
1 down, scoreless in the 5th, and a line drive base hit to left by Rogers. So 1 on, 1 away. And now the top of the order. 2 up for the Sox. Sam Antonacci will dig in. He's 0 for 1 with a walk.
And this ball down and in, and Rogers goes down and hooks this ball into left field.
Fourth hit of the ball game for the White Sox against veteran right-hander Clay Holmes, who works on the extreme first base side of the rubber. Bush holding on Rogers at first. Bregman playing in wide of third with Antonacci at the plate. The pitch is a called strike on the outside edge, but Antonacci's going to challenge.
Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
And Antonacci is wrong. That ball clipped the outside edge near the bottom of the zone for a strike. Half the baseball in the zone, half the baseball outside of it. 0-1 the count on Antonacci, and the White Sox have one challenge remaining for the rest of regulation. Antonacci, a left-handed batter. Holmes, the right-hander, straightens up, sets chest high. The kick and pitch. Misses outside. 1-1.
So far in this ballgame, the left-handers have really tried to use the other side of the field with that two-seamer, running away from, and the changeup. Both pitches going away from the left-handed hitter.
The next pitch is hit on the ground, fielded by Bregman. The throw to second. There's one. Ramirez jump throw to first, not in time to get Antonacci. Bregman had to double clutch because there was no infielder anywhere near second as Ramirez was racing over. But the lead man, Rogers, retired. 2 away. Antonacci at first.
Yeah, this is one of those plays. I think Nico froze on that ball hit to his right to Bregman. And Nico a little frustrated. If he breaks to the bag and Bregman hits him with the throw, it's probably a double play.
Munetaka Murakami at the plate, and he looks at a breaking ball low.
It's one of those things where Nico has been watching the game be played and in the game from the second base position. Now you got to change everything that you've been seeing for years now has to flip over, and you're seeing that, you're playing in a different position. And every now and then that will, you'll react one click later than you normally would if you're at your normal position.
Makes so much sense when you put it that way. That last pitch low, 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. And bounced foul off to the right by Murakami.
Yeah, everybody says, well, he'll just go over to short and play, or he'll just go to left field and play. Well, there's intricacies of every position that when you're good at the position you make, but it takes time to build that up and to see the game through that position's eyes. And I think Nico is going through a little of that right now where he's, rounding the ball, certain throws you got to make. What's he going to do on the backhand play, and how's he going to try to get the ball over to first on that play?
That last pitch outside, 3-1. The next pitch, a big rip and a miss by Murakami. He ended up on one knee on the follow-through, lost his balance, and ended up in the right-handed batter's box.
Pretty good changeup by Holmes, and yeah, that was the old Reggie Jackson one-knee swing, and about the same result, swing and a miss.
It's got to feel good when you're a pitcher and that happens, right? All right, full count, man at first, 2 away here in the 5th scoreless game. The pitch, a bouncing ball hit on the left side. Oh, diving stop by Bregman, up on his feet, throw to first in time, and they nail Murakami. Bregman was playing where a shortstop normally would, and he looked like Dansby Swanson making that play. Out number 3, middle 5, Cubs and Sox scoreless on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here on 104.3 The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years guaranteed? Now through August 24th, new Xfinity customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. Plus, it keeps you protected from online threats. And get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Coom here. Baseball's been around a long time. Since the 1800s, when pitchers threw underhand. You know what's been around even longer? Yingling.
Yuengling started brewing in 1829. People were drinking a cold Yuengling before baseball even existed. No box scores, no seventh-inning stretches, just great beer that stood the test of time for 197 years. So next time you're at a ballpark, grab a Yuengling Traditional Lager, because just like baseball, legends stand the test of time. Yuengling is proud to be the official beer of the Cubs radio network.
DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Toyota's national sales event is on. Visit your local Toyota dealer and discover which Toyota is right for you. Hurry in now before it all ends. Toyota, let's go places.
Join the Cubs on Tuesday, September 1st to celebrate Armed Forces Appreciation. Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs hoodie and challenge coin presented by Toyota. Don't miss out on this offer. Pedro Ramirez at the plate, and the first pitch is a called strike from Jose Urquidy. Sox right-hander, a little breaking ball that floated into the zone right near the bottom along the outside edge, 0-1. The next pitch is another called strike. He doubled up on that slow-moving curveball. Ramirez in the hole, 0-2.
First out, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that. And we have the Xfinity people here at the ballpark today, so it's great to have them here. They little visit to the booth last inning, so great to see them and meet some of them.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah, they picked the perfect day to come to the yard, too, boy. Come Sox, day game, 76 degrees, and get much better than this.
Picture perfect as Ramirez looks at a ball outside. Another curve from Urquidy, 1-2. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike three, as Urquidy gets Ramirez with a change, one away.
Well, Urquidy's one of those guys that, you know, when you don't see him a lot and you're getting, you know, a bunch of different looks of off-speed pitches. He's got straight changes, split, curveball, slider, you know, and then occasional fastball, and he's got a little something on it. He knows how to pitch.
Carson Kelly looks at a strike, a sinking fastball from Urquidy, 0-1. Cubs and Sox are scoreless. One down here in the bottom of the fifth. Cubs trying to complete a three-game sweep here in the North Side edition. Sox took 2 of 3 in the South Side edition. The pitch. That is low. 1-1 to count, a sweeper.
Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Urquidy working on the first base side of the rubber. The pitch. Called strike, another sinker from Urquidy. 1-2 on Kelly. Wind blowing in. Partly cloudy day here at the friendly confines, but as Kuhn mentioned, plenty of sunshine this afternoon. Temperature in the mid-70s. Urquidy walks the back slope of the mound. He squats, gets back up, now steps on the rubber. He's ready. The 1-2. Kelly pops it up. Foul territory off to the right. Murakami near the tarp, but this one's on the other side in the stands. Out of play, 1-2.
Last night with the wind blowing out, not really hard, but blowing out, that ball probably stays in the field of play. With the wind blowing in, boy, that ball really gets affected and blown towards the seats here at Wrigley.
Righty-righty matchup. Urquidy on the mound. Kelly at the plate. The 1-2. Fouled away out of play off to the right. I wonder how much visiting teams spend time in batting practice and fielding practice before a game, just testing the wind pattern and seeing where fly balls are going to go and pop-ups.
I think what happens is you get some veteran players or coaches.
That pitch just missed. 2-2, a changeup.
You know, when you have your start of the series meeting, right, and you start, you know, the general conversation about the series, you know, you'd have some coaches or a veteran player who's played here some.
The 2-2, Kelly swings, and it's a high fly ball down the left field line, ranging over Antonacci, but this one hooks foul out of play. It did not have home run distance.
But you'll talk about what, you know, kind of how the field plays and what you're doing. You know, on a day like today, the infielders got to be real aggressive going out for the short pop-ups. On a day like last night, you know, the ball's going to fly out. The outfielders are going to end up catching a lot of those balls.
The 2-2. Kelly swings and misses. Strike three as Urquidy gets him with a changeup, 2 away.
4th straight strikeout for Urquidy. We talked about that changeup, and he has thrown a bunch of them, and he's got a good one.
So Ian Happ will dig in with 2 down here in the last of the 5th. Happ struck out swinging his first time up. Urquidy working quickly. The kick and pitch. Happ lines one down the left field line, slicing foul out of play, 0-1. Sean Newcomb was the opener today for the White Sox. Went the first 2 innings, and Urquidy took over in the 3rd. Scoreless game. Here's the 0-1. That's a called strike, sinking fastball to Happ. 0-2.
Yeah, two-seamer started inside and hits the inside corner.
Urquidy now facing the scoreboard. Does so deliberately. He's back on the mound. Here's the 0-2. And misses with a fastball clocked at 93 miles per hour. Close pitch.
Yeah, he does some different things, that's for sure. The clock's ticking down. He's not even engaged yet to throw. He'll just get the ball, and there he comes.
Here we go. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Happ not happy, having a conversation now. It's getting pretty heated with the home plate umpire, Tom Hanahan, throwing his helmet, his bat, and his protective gear off to the side and still going at it. Urquidy strikes out the side. He has struck out 5 consecutive Cubs. We head to the 6th scoreless game. Cubs and Sox on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Great Cubs guests all season long. Rahimi Harris and Grody, middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
After graduating TTI, I got my CNA license, and an organization called Skills of Chicago helped me get into Northwestern Medicine.
Northwestern Medicine has created a pipeline to medical education and jobs in healthcare for our neighboring communities. It's no wonder we're the 3rd largest private employer in Illinois.
It's a place where it's like a flower. I can just see myself grow.
Because we treat our community the same way we treat our patients. Better.
Hey Cubs fans, Southwest Airlines here with more reasons why flying Southwest from Chicago just makes sense. We treat you right. We're reliable as heck. And, this is big, we go where you want to go with over 80 nonstop destinations out of Midway alone. So go with what just makes sense. Don't overthink it. That's for FIPS, WOBAs, and WARPs. Am I right? Southwest Airlines, the official airline of your Chicago Cubs. Based on published Midway flight schedules as of 2/24/26.
Gear up for game day at Sports World. Jerseys, sweatshirts, hats, tees, and must-have souvenirs for all your favorite teams. Online at sportsworldchicago.com or in-store at Sports World, across from Wrigley Field at Clark and Addison. Look like a true fan. Shop Sports World.
Benny's goes to the Dogs. Every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $200 to area service dog charities. Here's toasting to man's best friend. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Clay Holmes still on the mound for the Cubs. We go to inning number 6. First pitch to Miguel Vargas is up and in for ball 1. Sox have 4 hits. Cubs have just 1. Here's a fly ball down the left field line. Long run, Happ. It's over his head, bouncing up against the wall in the corner. And that's going to be a ground rule double for Miguel Vargas.
This ball hits sharply down into the corner. Yeah, and Ian Chase says, looks like a little changeup. Vargas stays on it. Ian goes towards the corner, and the ball just kind of sails over his glove, goes a little deeper probably than he thought. And one hops into the top of the ivy and just disappears in the ivy.
Ron, as I look at the flags, they have changed. It's starting to blow toward left field. And I think that may have had an effect on what you described regarding Ian Happ a minute ago. Benintendi, the batter, takes ball 1.
Very well could. That ball was pretty well struck by Vargas. He's a big, strong guy, too.
So man at second, no score. We're in the 6th. Benintendi, the left-handed batter, lines one into center, a base hit. Stopping And now the throw home from Taylor, not in time. Scoring is Vargas. I thought he was going to be held at third, but he got the green light, and he scores. A good throw by Taylor, but just too late. And it's 1-0 Sox. An RBI single for Andrew Benintendi.
Now Benintendi goes out and hits this ball. It looks like a sharp line drive, but it is not. It's hit off the end of the bat. So when the ball gets to the outfield and it hits on the grass, the ball kind of hits and checks up. Almost like you'd hit a pitching wedge, and the ball checks up. It doesn't bounce strongly towards Taylor, so he has to take an extra step to come get that ball. And I think just because of that, the run scores.
Third base coach Justin Jershiel waving the runner in. Turned out to be a good decision.
You know, I think on that play, Pat, the weather we had last night could have affected that ball with all the rain we had last night. You know, the ground's probably still a little moist, I would think, and that ball hit and just kind of died out there in the outfield.
Benintendi with his 63rd run batted in, and the Sox lead 1-0. Top of inning number 6, the batter Braden Montgomery. And he'll take low and inside for a ball. So a double and a single, nobody out and a run in. Take a look at some baseball history as we move along. August the 19th. Next offering is low for ball 2. This date in baseball history brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. It's time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. Now the crowd vocally more active than they have been at any time today.
I think you're hearing a lot of the White Sox fans is what you're hearing.
And the 2-1, bouncing ball to second. Glove by Ramirez, go to second, one. Horner to first, not in time. They get the lead man on the 4-6 fielder's choice. One away, and the batter now is Colson Montgomery.
Yeah, there's been some ground balls today that you would hope you'd turn double plays, but they're just not tailor-made double plays. They're hit in the area where you would think that, but, you know, ball not hit hard enough, and White Sox are pretty athletic, and they've stayed away from the double play. And when after that ball hit, Craig Counsell is coming to the mound to make a pitching change.
Holmes did a very good job. He leaves trailing 1-0, but he pitched extremely well today. And he'll hope for the Cubs offense to come alive in the late innings. Pitching changes for the Cubs. Those are always sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. 1-0 White Sox. We're in the 6th inning, and we'll be right back with more after this on the Score and the Cubs Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Pete Crow Armstrong. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra, with the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, where power meets precision in a truck that leads where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. We are professional grade. Right now, when you finance through GM Financial with lease and some other offers, take new retail delivery by 8/31/26.
Top of the 6th inning here at Wrigley Field. It's the White Sox leading the Cubs 1-0. The first out, sponsored by Xfinity, reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that. Pat?
All right, Zach, we go to the action now. Left-hander Caleb Thielbar is the new Cubs hurler. One away, a run in. White Sox on top 1-0. Braden Montgomery, the runner at first. Colson Montgomery at the plate. And a throw to first that got him picked off. Thielbar picking off Braden Montgomery before he even delivers a pitch. and that's out number 2.
Now Montgomery was going to go on first movement. Thielbar lifts his leg and then just picks over to first. The young outfielder took 2 steps or like a hop towards second. He was out by quite a bit at first base.
And the next offering down low. Those types of plays, though, that can be a momentum changer.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, you got a little rally going, you got to run in, you got a man on, now somebody gets picked off, and it just goes the other way. There's a breaking ball strike, 1-2. But this date in baseball history, Ken Holtzman pitched a no-hitter on this date in 1969.
Oh, wow.
Swing and a miss in the count, 1-2. He was right here at Wrigley. He walked 3. Ron Santo had a game-winning 3-run homer against Phil Niekro. Billy Williams made a great catch on a drive hit by Henry Aaron. Famous game, August 19, 1969. High pop fly, foul, might be playable. Racing over into foul territory is Thielbar. It's out of play. Thielbar, the pitcher. I like to see a pitcher aggressively chasing a ball like he did. He ran all the way into foul territory, Ron.
He's ready to, he wants that third out.
Sure he does.
Yeah, and it's kind of hitting that no man's land area. Bregman playing out at short, because of the shifting. So, it's a long run for Kelly. So whoever can get to it, they try to catch it.
1-0 White Sox, 6th inning, 2 down, bases empty, a run in. Thielbar ready for the 1-2 to Colson Montgomery. The pitch just outside, 2-2. Billy Williams made a great catch near the indentation of the wall. A ball hit by Henry Aaron.
Was that the final out of the game?
No, it was in the 7th inning, I believe. Strike 3. Montgomery strikes out. Thielbar gets out of the jam. White Sox get a run on 2 hits. They lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. On The Score and Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here with Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and All-Star Ron Coomer on 104.3 The Score.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra, with the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, where power meets precision in a truck that leads where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. We are professional grade. Right now, when you finance through GM Financial with lease and some other offers, take new retail delivery by 8/31/26.
Pete's Market is your true local hometown grocer with over 20 locations throughout Chicago and the suburbs. Since 1970, Pete's has grown to become Chicagoland's largest family-owned and local-operated grocer. Known as the king of fresh produce, Pete's also offers top-quality meats featuring certified Angus beef and USA Prime pork, incredible delis and bakeries, and their famous hot food bar, made fresh every day. Visit your local Pete's Market for an unrivaled fresh shopping experience. No one does fresh like Pete's.
Apply today to Illinois State University. With locked-in tuition, automatic scholarships, and strong earning potential, get real return on your investment. Take the first step at illinoisstate.edu.
Tyrone Taylor is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Pat?
All right, Zach. Tyrone Taylor will lead off this Cubs 6th inning. Cubs down by a run. Urquidy delivers. Line drive down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball up against the wall. It'll be a double for Tyrone Taylor. So now you definitely feel a slight change in the momentum, Ron.
Absolutely. Big swing in the bat for the Cubs. 2-seam fastball inside. And Taylor smokes this ball down into the left field corner. Let's see what's on tap here in the 6th inning, sponsored by Yingling Flight. That's what's in flight, is that line drive double down the line. They are the next generation of light beer, and boy, we would certainly like to score a couple runs here in this inning.
The right-hander Urquidy working on Pete Crow Armstrong, and the pitch to Pete. It's a strike. The wind has been very changeable today. Right now, it looks like a ball hit to right or right center will get some carry. Pete is 0 for 2. Flied out and struck out. Swings and drives one to right, but right there is Montgomery to make the catch. Now tagging is Taylor, the throw to third, and he's going to be out easily. Tyrone Taylor tried to tag up, but Braden Montgomery has a great arm and threw him out on a play that was not even close at third base. So quickly, 2 down, nobody on, and the batter is Seiya Suzuki.
Yeah, this is a base running mistake by Taylor. He gets the ball's hit to right, and he gets off the bag and then continues to shuffle away from second. Then realizes he needs to get back to try to tag. He gets back to the bag a little late. All his momentum is going towards right field when he touches the bag, and Montgomery throws him out by 2 or 3 steps at third base.
2 down, nobody on. Seiya Suzuki will take ball 1. Seen some unusual plays in this game today.
This series has had some, that's for sure.
Pitch to Seiya, hit on the ground to third, scooped up by Vargas. He will throw to first in time. The Cubs get a leadoff double, but it was squandered as we go to the 7th inning. White Sox 1, Cubs nothing on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Alex Bregman. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Choose Bradley University. Whether you're building robots, training on cutting-edge medical simulators, or diving into sports communication, Bradley prepares you. You'll cheer on D1 athletics, study abroad, and choose from over 200 student organizations. Plus, you'll benefit from competitive internships, community-focused research, and a top-tier education that provides a proven return on investments. Apply today at bradley.edu.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal.
We got a big deal, too. Right, Mom?
Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid.
Nice.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus $1,500 bonus cash on the Hyundai Santa Fe. Or get up to $3,000 total savings on the Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid. Offers end September 8th. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
When you buy a car, you got a lot of options. You get 4 wheels, but how many doors do you want? Do you want a trunk or a front? A sunroof, moonroof, or a roof that comes all the way off? With Consumers Credit Union, your team can help you find your dream car and finance it with the kind of low fees and great rates that keep your options open. Consumers Credit Union. The people in your corner. Federally insured by NCUA.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, a leader in comprehensive orthopedic care. Visit IBJI.com for locations.
A reminder that Doubles by Cubs Batting is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Reliable, comfortable, convenient. Southwest just makes sense. Pat?
Cubs have made a pitching change, Zach. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products. Siding with the Cubs. Chase Mydroth is the leadoff hitter against the right-hander Trent Thornton. And his first pitch of the day, low and outside. 1-0 White Sox, 7th inning. But just thinking about Ron Santo, and Ron played in that Kenny Holtzman no-hitter, hit a 3-run homer against Phil Niekro in the first inning, and that was the end of the scoring. And I was thinking about Ronnie earlier today and Harry Carey. The three of us worked the first Cubs-White Sox game back in '97. And I was just thinking about some of the stories and some of the old laughter that we had. But Ron was telling us a story about a juvenile diabetes research foundation event, a charitable event, obviously. JDRF, and Ron Santo was one of the great champions of JDRF ever. He raised millions, and I mean millions of dollars for JDRF.
Yeah, we both played in his events and golf events and everything, yeah.
Here's a swing and a line drive, base hit to left for Chase Mydreth. And the White Sox have a man on. They lead 1-0. But they had an event one night for JDRF, trying to raise some money, and Ronnie obviously was there, and Harry Carey was invited, and Harry's son Skip, who also was afflicted with juvenile diabetes.
Really? I didn't know
that. And that caused problems for him in his life, as it did for Ronnie later on. But Ron got up and gave a nice speech, and I guess they had a few beverages before, and Harry might have had more than just a couple. But then Harry Carey got up and was going to speak at this juvenile diabetes research dinner, and he said, "Ron, congratulations. Here's a swing and a miss. The great career you had despite having diabetes." And he said, "My own son, Skip, I'm so proud of him because his whole life he's been a juvenile delinquent." Here's the pitch down low, and the audience just roared with laughter.
Yeah, right.
And I'm not even sure if Harry realized what he said, but then Skip got up to say a few words.
Yeah.
And Kip said, "I wish all of you could experience the great feeling of having your father publicly call you a juvenile delinquent."
Yeah, and there you have it. Yeah.
Here's a ground ball to first. Fielded by Bush. Go to second. There's one. With the pitcher covering, the throw to first is late. Thornton a little bit late getting over. See if the Cubs challenge that call. Horner received a high throw from Bush, and then his throw too late to double up the batter.
Good play by Michael Bush. He gets rid of this ball in good shape to Nico. Nico with the return. I just don't know if you were ever going to turn a pair on Peters. He runs very well.
It is a fielder's choice. One away and a man at first. Jake Rogers, the batter. And Rogers swings and misses 0-1. But it had a lot of laughs with Ron Santo and with Harry Carey. You had to laugh just to be around them. The things they would say and the stories they would tell. Here's the 0-1 pitch. High fly ball, deep left center. Trouble, back goes Happ on the warning track. He's got room and makes the catch. On another day, maybe it would have sailed out of here. The throw back to first, they almost double up the runner. As Peters was a little nonchalant getting back to first. Rogers is retired on the long fly ball. And there are two down.
Peters did not realize that the relay throw that Nico got from Happ, he just wheeled and fired towards first, and it's a very close play. Peters had no idea that ball was coming to first base.
Sam Antonacci, the batter. 1-0 White Sox, 7th inning. Two down, a man at first.
First out in the inning is sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
Antonacci 0 for 2 with a walk. 1-0 White Sox lead.
Pat, we've had some things over at the Cubby Bear the game one of this series and today, and we had some of our shows, and it was sponsored by Yuengling, and the guys are here in the booth today.
I've heard some of those commercials you cut for Yuengling.
Yeah. Just for that, Pat, we got Yuengling coming to the house. Yep, no problem. But no, we've had a great time the last few days, and we're going to do a party at my place next Friday with the US 99 group, sponsored by Yuengling. So we really appreciate them helping us out and being partners. We've had a lot of fun. We've had some good get-togethers at Coombs Corner. But thank you guys very much for being a part of Cubs Radio.
Now the 2-1 from Thornton. And this pitch is going to be a strike, 2-2. 97 mph on that pitch by Thornton. We're going to get a station ID break here if we can. And the 2-2 pitch, sliced foul, 10 for ID. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams, Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score, an Odyssey Sports Station, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
White Sox lead 1-0. Seventh inning, swing and a miss, strike 3. Thornton strikes out Antonacci. It's time for the seventh inning stretch. The White Sox lead the Cubs 1-0 here at Wrigley on a beautiful summer day. And the seventh inning stretch is sponsored by the Volvo XC90. Room for everyone, ready for wherever the road takes you. And here is the great Fergie Jenkins.
Well, it looks like we got our work cut out for us. We got to score a run. We need some cheering to go. Let's go, fans. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if we ever get back, for it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. All right.
Cubs talk on your ride home. Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
This is the story of the one. The one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are brought to you by our Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, getting ready for the bottom of the seventh inning here at the friendly confines. White Sox leading the Cubs 1-0. All reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Pat?
Jose Urquidy still on the mound for the Sox. He has pitched great ball. He came on in the sixth inning. He's worked 5 scoreless innings. Alex Bregman will lead off for the Cubs here in the bottom of inning number 7 and foul one away. The only 2 Cubs hits in the game, both collected by their number 9 hitter, Tyrone Taylor. A single in the 3rd and a double in the 6th. Here's the 0-1 to Bregman. Hit in the air to deep left field. Back goes Antonacci near the fence. Antonacci makes a leaping catch up against the vines. Antonacci right near the indentation of the wall and straightaway left. Made a leaping grab up against the vines. It looked like it was a little bit of a snow cone, but he held on to it. And that's out number 1.
That ball just misses the top of the basket by inches. Wow.
1 away, 7th inning, 1-0 White Sox. And the batter is Michael Busch.
That's really the 3rd ball that has been hit hard and deep. That the
Check
wind is
swing,
affected.
line drive to second, caught by Mydroth. And that's out number 2, Ron.
Right, 3rd ball, I think that's been affected by the wind today, keeping it in the ballpark. I thought in the very first inning, the ball that Vargas hit that Taylor caught in center, the ball Rogers hit last inning, I thought had a chance of going out of the park. And now that ball by Bregman.
2 down, nobody on. Nico Horner. If Nico gets on, he might be able to steal a bag. He'll take a strike. Urquidy really pitching rhythmically and just throwing strike after strike. He's only made 52 pitches, Ron, and he's worked 5 2/3 innings.
Yeah, he takes the mound and he's throwing strikes. And you notice he takes his time, and then he just gets ready and throws the ball. There's no, wasting any time on the mound. The thing that he does that's unique is he's not always on the mound. He'll walk around the mound, and then with 7 or 8 seconds, he'll walk onto the dirt and then deliver the pitch.
1-1 to Nico is low, 2-1. Warner in the game has flied to right and struck out. 1-0 White Sox. Last of the 7th inning. Here's a smash foul down the left field line, 2-2. Both Cubs wins in the series were walk-off wins. So they played 3 very close games, which is not unusual at all.
Right.
2-2 pitch, ground ball right side, scooped up by Mydroth, throws to first in time. It's on to the 8th inning. White Sox 1, Cubs 0 on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Mully and Haw. Mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra vutrisiran is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
Hey, baseball fans, step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports is sports betting the way it should be, with no bet fees in Illinois. Circa Sports brings you player-friendly pricing, enhanced in-game options, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com.
Cubs fans, it's Pat Hughes. To ensure that your business goals get across home plate, consider relocating to the Village of Bedford Park. Learn more at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Top of the 8th inning here at Wrigley. Cubs down 1-0, and it's another one of those ball games. Cubs Sox coming right down to the end of the ball game. This 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K. To donate your car today, Patrick.
Ron, a new pitcher in the game for the Cubs, left-hander Ryan Rollison, working on the left-handed batting Munetaka Murakami. First pitch in for a strike. Murakami did have a home run in last night's game, but that's his only hit in 9 at-bats in the series. Cubs have done a very good job against him. The 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, 0-2.
Good slider there. Cubs pitching changes, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
This guy does take a very nice-looking swing.
Yeah, he can hit. There's no doubt. And big-time pop in his bat.
Lefty to lefty, the 0-2 to Murakami. Line drive toward the middle. Diving stop by Horner. Gets up and throws to first to get him. Sensational play by Nico Horner.
Well, this is a really difficult play because it's a top spin line drive that hits in the dirt behind the second base bag, and then it's going to kick up. Nico lays out, but he dives up, way up in the air, makes the catch, and then throws a strike across the diamond. This is a very difficult play. What a play by Nico.
Nice stretch by Bush. That might be the most dazzling defensive play we've seen all day. One away. Here's Miguel Vargas taking outside. Ball 1.
Catch of the game, sponsored by Catch Des Moines. That play was a real trip. And so is Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours at catchdesmoines.com. I think that one qualifies.
Absolutely. Here's the 1-0. Down low for a ball. Yeah, you dive for a ball as a shortstop, and then you've got to get to your feet and then get in position to make the throw. There's a lot of moving parts in a very short amount of time. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Outside, ball 3. And that's a long throw. He was on the outfield grass behind second when he cut loose with that throw. Vargas might have the green light on 3-0. Be careful. Nope, he's taking all the way. The wind has been very variable today, changing, blowing in, blowing out. Now it's blowing a little bit toward left field, it would appear. 3-1 pitch called strike 2.
Coming in live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs. Well, he took the 3-0 pitch, and then the 3-1 pitch he took on the inside corner. Thought he would be swinging.
The long-legged left-hander Rollison ready for the payoff pitch to Vargas. Way outside. A wild pitch, not even close. Slipped out of his hand. It hit the backstop on the fly. And that's a base on balls. Let's see how we did in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. The actual figure today is 40,086. 40086. And the winner is Zach Zaidman. Zach just a little bit closer than the rest of us. Randall Grichuk pinch hitting for the White Sox. Swings away and fouls it away. Grichuk batting for Benintendi. So the Sox have a new designated hitter in the game. Here's a drive to right, slicing foul, and that ball is going fair. Grichuk never ran, and I thought it was going to go foul. That's going to be a double for Randall Grichuk. Surprising, Ron, because he's played quite a few games in this park when he played for other teams.
Yeah, this ball gets sliced down the line, and it's not really hit hard enough or high enough for the wind to overly affect it because it wasn't up that high, and it just kind of flutters down the right field line and just dumps in fair and hits the sidewall, and it ends up being a double.
So second and third with one away. Vargas motoring to third on the double. Tommy Hodevy, the pitching coach, out to discuss how they want to work to Braden Montgomery or possibly a pinch batter. Now this is going to be Braden Montgomery. Now the home plate umpire Hanahan out to break up the mound meeting. Do you bring the infield in here, Ron?
I don't think you have a choice. I think with one out and you're down by a run in the eighth, I think you got to play the infield in and try to make sure you cut down the run at the plate.
Aaron Savali throwing in the Cub bullpen. Infield indeed is in.
Vargas should be going on contact from third base.
The pitch by Rollison. Curveball is off strike on the outside corner.
Bregman, the third baseman, is playing close to the bag at third, and I'm backing up just a little bit. And that just helps keep Vargas a little closer to the bag at third.
The next pitch outside, it's 1-1. Vargas at third, Grichuk at second. The stretch by the left-hander Rollison, and the 1-1. Fastball just missed. The Cubs are going to challenge. That looked pretty good.
Yeah, Kelly thought that pitch hit the zone. Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Pitch was down. Did it get the zone?
Just barely down. 2 balls and a strike. 1-0 White Sox lead. Top of inning number 8. Runners at second and third. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Curveball fouled away. Now if you're on the mound, you're thinking strikeout.
No doubt. You go down and in with a slider and see if you can get him to swing through it. First out, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
A little more pressure on the catcher in a spot like this, Ron. If you do call that breaking ball, if it's low and it bounces, you got to block it.
No doubt. That down and in slider is difficult to block, too.
The 2-2. Ground ball, fair. Base hit down the right field line. 2 runs are going to score. This is going to be a double for Braden Montgomery. And the White Sox take a 3-0 lead. Bush made a diving try. The infield was in. An opposite field 2-base hit. Bush got a glove on the ball, but only barely. The ball then died in foul territory down near the tarpaulin. Down the right field side. 2-run score on the play. It's 3-0 White Sox.
Yeah, great effort by Michael Bush. This is kind of an odd swing by Montgomery. This ball beats him inside. He just inside outs it and just gets it past Bushy.
Colson Montgomery fouls it away. 2-run double for Braden Montgomery.
Neither double have been hit even close to where it would make it to the warning track.
And the 0-1. A liner toward right coming in is Suzuki making the catch. That might be the hardest hit ball of the inning, but it was right to the right fielder. Out number 2.
Good job by Seiya. This is not an easy play. This is a top spin line drive bullet. And he comes in and makes this catch about knee high, and then he'll bring out Craig Counsell.
Craig's going to make a pitching change. We're going to take a timeout. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products. James Hardy siding with the Cubs. White Sox 3, Cubs nothing. We're in the 8th inning. And this is the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs radio network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Dancy Swanson. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Whether your AC stops working, you've got a clogged drain, or need an extra outlet installed, Four Seasons has you covered. They're available 24/7 for emergency service with no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays. And Four Seasons has over 30,000 five-star reviews on Google with an A+ BBB rating. For all your cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs, you know who to call.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Illinois State University has more than 200,000 graduates all over the world. Hey, it's Mark Grody, and I wear that Redbird with pride. ISU provides a personal learning environment with small classes and strong interaction with faculty and professors. Also, tuition locked in for 4 years to help plan and budget, and graduates earn $10,000 more than the national average within a few years of graduation. Visit illinoisstate.edu and start planning your visit.
Time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Taking a look at the scoreboard, finals on the board. The Pirates rally to beat the Tigers 4-3. Carson Benj with a 2-run shot for the Mets as they double up the Padres 4-2. Games in progress right now. The Twins are leading the Braves 6-4. In the bottom of the 8th inning, Cody Clemens with a 2-run double. Red Sox on top of the Diamondbacks 1-0. Bottom of the 1st at Fenway Park. Pat?
All right, Zach, thank you. Cubs are going to be heading to Seattle. Cubs and Mariners all weekend long. Tomorrow night game, one of the series starting at 9:10 Central Time. Saturday night's game at 6:15. And then a 3:10 Sunday afternoon game. Cubs and Mariners. Chase Mydroth, the batter. Aaron Civale, right-handed pitcher. Curveball missing outside. Or let me check that. That's a call strike, a delayed call by Tom Hanahan. Mydroth 1 for 3 in the game. Pokes it foul off to the right and out of play. Final regular season meeting between the two teams. You never know what may happen in October. Here comes the 0-2. Low and outside for a ball. Both teams were in the postseason in the pandemic year of 2020. They were also both in the postseason in 2008. You might recall that was a Lou Piniella managed team. The Cubs, I think, won something like 97 or 95 games in the regular season, but then got swept by the Dodgers.
Yeah.
3 in a row in the opening round of the playoffs, and they were done. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a foul back. I believe Joe Torre was managing that Dodger team.
Yep, that is correct.
It's hard to believe that's been 18 years ago, Ron.
That's something.
Wow.
Yeah.
A ball and 2 strikes on Mydrith. And a pitch popped up foul, and this ball is going to be out of play. Cubs offense today, only 2 hits, both by the number 9 hitter, Tyrone Taylor. He had a single and a double, and not a single knock from anyone else. Not yet. Low and away, it's 2-2.
Now we've seen this series has been full of surprises, back and forth, back and forth. See if the Cubs can pull off another miracle ending here and late in the ball game, down 3-0.
Now the 2-2 from Civale. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. But a big 2-run double by Braden Montgomery increases the White Sox lead. It's 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. On the Score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk on your ride home. Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
Sloan has been supporting Cubs fans at Wrigley Field for generations with trusted restroom solutions. Today, that commitment continues throughout the concourse with bottle fillers delivering clean drinking water all season long. Learn more at Sloan.com.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? Now through August 24th, new Xfinity customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. And get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Benny's goes to the dogs. Every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $200 to area service dog charities. Here's toasting to man's best friend. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
At Old National Bank, we know there's nothing small about keeping up a small business. That's why we developed our Empowerment Small Business Loan Program. We give small businesses that may not qualify under traditional lending guidelines expanded access to funds up to $5 million. Because every small business deserves the opportunity to change their community in a big way. Learn more at oldnational.com/empowerment loan. Old National Bank. Get old. All loans subject to credit approval. If the security interest is property insurance will be required. Minimum loan amount $25,000. Additional program qualifications or restrictions may apply. For full details, contact an Old National Banker.
With 21 locations throughout Chicagoland, Pete's Market is your largest family-owned and locally operated grocer. No one does fresh like Pete's.
Cubs fans, vote for the chicken and churros. Fill in your ballpark bites bracket for a chance to win tickets to try these bites in stadium. Vote at MLB.com/bracket. Pat?
Okay, Zach, thank you. Getting late for the Cubs. Bottom of the 8th inning, down by 3. Pedro Ramirez takes outside for ball 1. The next offering is chopped foul. Jose Urquidy still in the game, and he's been the most dominant performer of this entire game.
No doubt. He has pitched outstanding baseball, and he's still only, this is pitch number 59.
Popped up, shallow left, routine for Antonacci. And that's out number 1. A lot of the Cubs off balance against him, Ron, with their swings.
A lot of off-speed pitches. They got him for 7 punch-outs since entering the ballgame. Pretty good. A lot of off-speed, a lot of very good changeup, slow curveball, little cutter, and then occasional fastball. Kind of pitches backwards.
Urquidy to Carson Kelly. His pitch is high and inside. Carson ducking out of the way. It was just a curveball, certainly not any kind of a knockdown pitch. In fact, it's a spot where you wouldn't even think about trying to hit a guy. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Inside, ball 2. Crowd reacting, but Urquidy certainly does not want to hit Carson Kelly with the pitch right now. Not a chance. Kelly has grounded out and struck out. And he checks his swing. No swing. It's 3-0. A walk would be very welcome for the Cubs right now.
Yeah. This is the first 3-pitch sequence that have not been at all close to home plate.
Kelly will take a strike. Cubs had a leadoff double by Tyrone Taylor in the 6th inning, but he was immediately doubled up as the next batter, Crow Armstrong, lined out to right. Taylor tried to advance to third after the catch and was cut down on a 9-5 putout. Here's a roller out toward shortstop. Bobbled slightly by Montgomery, but he still has time to throw to first in time to get Kelly. Colson Montgomery didn't panic. Ball was right at his feet, and that's out number 2.
Yes, ball comes up on him, hits him in the heel of the glove, then off the chest. But as you said, he went after it. The key to that play when that happens to you as an infielder is you go get the ball, but you get it with your bare hand when you pick it up off the ground so you can immediately make your throw.
First pitch outside to Happ. Sometimes your instinct, I think, would be to reach for it with the glove.
That's right. And you want to move your feet, pick it up with your hands so you can instantly get rid of the baseball and fire it to the next, to the base where you're trying to.
Would there be like a little drill you might have where they just drop a ball at your feet and you would automatically have to pick it up barehanded?
Absolutely.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss by Happ. 1-2 on Ian. Happ has struck out twice today. 2 down, nobody on. 3-0 White Sox, bottom of the 8th. And the 1-2. Rolled out towards second base. Mydroth will throw out Happ. And we go to the 9th inning with the White Sox in the lead. 3-0 over the Cubs on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here on 104.3 The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Our patient Mike had blood clots deep in his lungs that were putting his heart under major duress. Using a minimally invasive procedure pioneered by our team, we were able to clear them.
Top 10 in the nation for heart and vascular surgery by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Memorial Hospital used tiny balloons to widen the vessels in his lungs, the first in Illinois to master this breakthrough method.
As Mike's nurse, I'm proud to have helped him breathe freely again.
Northwestern Medicine. Better.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
This summer, making memories in a Volvo SUV is easier than ever. Now, for a limited time, get savings on Volvo SUVs during the Summer Safely sales event, built with advanced safety features, so you can focus on the road ahead. Find your Volvo today. The Summer Safely sales event is on now. Visit volvocars.com/US to save.
Hey fans, why does flying Southwest Airlines from Chicago just make sense? Reliable, flexible, enjoyable. We're full of ibbles and obbles and proud of it.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are brought to you by our Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Top 9 3-0 White Sox. The ninth inning is sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. Pat?
Aaron Savali, Cub right-hander, working on Tristan Peters to start this ninth inning. First pitch inside, ball 1. Please stay tuned for the toast of the game, presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. Ron Coomer has that assignment every day. He always looks a little nervous sometimes before he makes that decision, but Ron, I think you're up to the task. I really do.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Who do you like for the toast of the game player today? It sounded like Elvis. It really did.
No, don't confuse me with the king. No, that's Paul Zerang back there. He's the king.
Now, don't get all shook up, but we do need you to name the Benny's Beverage Depot toast of the game ball player as Peters takes ball 4 from the right-hander Savali.
Well, how about Clay Holmes? 5 1/3. He gave up 1 run, had 1 punch out, but 1 run through 5 1/3. Pitch count got a little high. He was up right around 90 pitches and came out of the game, but he threw a great ball game, and he could easily be the winner of this game. So Clay Holmes will be our toast of the game ball player, Pat.
Jake Rogers, right-handed batting catcher, takes inside for a ball. Cubs will try to rally in the bottom of the ninth inning. They're down by at least 3, or they will be down by at least 3. Rogers taps it foul, 1-1. Zach Zaidman preparing the Old National Bank Cubs radio postgame show. That's the official bank of the Cubs radio network.
In the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, probably not worth drinking.
Low and outside, 2-1. Cubs won the first 2 games with walk-offs. That would be the only way they could win the series finale. Here's the 2-1. Chopper foul, still 2-2.
That's the second ball Carson's gotten hit off the mask and helmet in this inning. His fastball in the middle and then hits him right off the forehead of the mask. Oof.
Rogers, a catcher himself, showing some empathy to Kelly before stepping back in the box. Now the 2-2. Strike 3 called. Jake Rogers wants the umpires to take another look on the challenge.
Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
It was a strike. And that is out number 1.
But that ball just barely catches the outside corner.
One thing this new system, Ron, has kind of confirmed, something we've known for years and years, just how good these umpires are.
Yeah.
They are the best umpires in the world, just like the players are the best players in the world.
Yeah, it is. Calling balls and strikes when a guy's throwing around 95 miles an hour all game and pitches are moving and they are inside the width of a baseball in the zone all the time.
The stretch for the 0-1 from Savali. 3-0 Sox, ninth inning. 1 away and a man at first. Curveball missing, 1-1. Glancing to the bottom of the ninth inning, the Cubs are going to have Tyrone Taylor due up. Then Pete Crow Armstrong and Seiya Suzuki. Here's a big swing and a miss, 1-2. I don't think anybody has gone home, so they're going to wait for that rally.
Yeah, well, it's there's been a lot happen in the last couple innings of these first 2 ball games, that's for sure.
And there have been some crazy ninth innings in this Cubs-White Sox rivalry. Now the 1-2. Just outside, 2-2. The lights have been on all day. To what effect, I'm not sure. It will affect your electric bill, I know that. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Low and inside for a ball, 3-2.
So you're saying at the Hughes Estate you would not have the lights on right now?
Not during the daytime.
Okay, yeah,
No,
that makes sense. I would agree.
Kind of a little policy we have around the house. Now the 3-2 pitch from Civale. Poked foul down the left field side, out of play. Breeze still blowing in from center. Cubs are hoping that breeze changes around and kind of moves toward left. Or turns all the way around and starts blowing out towards center. That would be ideal.
Yeah.
Right after the final out of this top of the ninth inning, if you need the best time for that to happen.
Yeah.
Now the payoff. The runner at first goes. Fastball inside, ball 4. Civale walking the batter Antonacci. It's his second walk of the inning. And with one away, there are 2 men on. And you really feel like the Cubs cannot afford to fall any further behind.
No, this is a situation that your Craig Counsell, you did not want to be in. Murakami coming to the plate, 2 men on, and you're down by a run or so, and the Cubs are down by 3.
Munetaka Murakami, the big slugger, will swing and foul it away. Murakami today grounded out 3 times and hit into a fielder's choice. So really he's grounded out 4 times. Sox out hitting the Cubs 9-2. Low and outside, 1-1.
A lot of 2-seam fastballs and splitters from Civale. Playing Murakami straight away and very deep.
Runners lead first and second. The next offering away, ball 2.
They've been really trying to stay away from him and with a lot of off-speed stuff. They threw him a fastball down and away, and that's the ball he hit off the scoreboard in left field.
Outfield straight away and respectfully deep. This one is outside. Civale having some command issues right now. Wants to get rid of that baseball and gets a new one.
He's just trying to hit the outside corner is what he's doing, and hoping maybe that he'll get a little chase on the pitch away.
The 3-1 called strike 2.
Boy, how about that? 3-1 hook for a strike.
1 away, full count. Runners at first and second. White Sox lead 3-0, top of the 9th. And the payoff pitch to Murakami. A line drive to short, backhanded by Horner. Has to throw to first, does, and just does get the batter. Nico toyed with the idea of coming in and trying to make a shoestring catch, but he decided to back up and play the sure thing and gets the out at first, but now men at second and third with 2 down.
Yeah, kind of an odd play for Nico. It's a check swing, and the ball's hit on the barrel, and it just goes straight back through the middle. Nico catches it on an in-between hop. Kind of a weird play for Nico, but he makes it. And I think the Cubs are going to walk Vargas. Yep, that makes sense.
Vargas gets the free ride. But Ron, I think I mentioned before, as an infielder, you don't really want to be moving backwards as you field the grounder. It creates a much more difficult throw.
Absolutely. Difficult catch and throw. Very much so with the throw. But when you're retreating on the ball, your hands are also retreating. That's not the easiest way to field the baseball on the ground. That's for sure.
So the bases are loaded. Savali trying to keep the Cubs in the game as Randall Grichuk steps in. Grichuk had a double earlier.
Got to stay away from the ball down and in against Grichuk.
Grichuk did not start today's game. He swings and fouls it back. This guy has bounced around with several different teams. He's with Toronto for a while, the Cardinals for a while. He's always been able to hit. The 1-1 to Grichuk. Swing and a foul back.
Well, they went inside, but he got it in there far enough, and it was not down and in. Good two-seamer by Savali.
Savali trying to escape this bases-loaded jam. 2 down, top of the 9th. The 1-2 to Grichuk. On the way. Just missing for a ball.
Curveball just off the plate away. Barely. Wow.
Sox take their leads at all 3 stations. Savali from the stretch. The big right-hander fires. A swing and a high pop fly. Left side playable, I believe, for Bregman. It is in foul territory over near the stands, and that ends the inning. The Sox don't score. They leave 3. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Cubs need a big rally, trailing 3-0 on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Ian Happ. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, Coom here. Stats don't lie. Want MVP numbers in a light beer? That's Yingling Flight. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, refreshing. That's elite efficiency. Other beers, padding stats with extra carbs, no flavor. Care about your beer stats? The choice is obvious. Yingling Flight is dominating. Numbers don't lie, Chicago. Yingling Flight, the next generation light beer. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Man, with these Bosch lasers, I can knock out the job.
You tell him, champ.
Who are you?
I'm your inner Bosch.
My inner...
Bosch, baby. I'm that feeling you get when you got a job on the ropes.
Like a window install?
One you're about to knock out with Bosch lasers.
Oh.
More like KO, am I right?
Was that a punchline?
Sure was, Laser Man.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
The following is a paid political announcement.
I'm Bob Fioretti, and I'm going to be your Attorney General. I'll put victims over criminals, honest taxpayers over corrupt politicians, citizens over violent illegal aliens, and consumers over greedy utilities. The Attorney General is an independent elected office, and it is supposed to fight for the people, not for the governor or the special interests. I will be that Attorney General. Please go to bobforillinois.com to find out more about my campaign and to contribute. Paid for by Bob for Illinois.
New car, used car, or electric car, Consumers Credit Union delivers competitive rates and flexible terms. Join the people in your corner at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
Zach, thank you. Grant Taylor, the new White Sox pitcher, bottom of the 9th inning. Here we go. First pitch in for a strike to Michael Conforto. The new center fielder is Brenton Doyle. Tristan Peters moves from center over to left. And the next pitch to Conforto. Swing and a miss. He got fooled on an off-speed pitch, 0-2.
Yeah, this guy's got great stuff, Taylor. Great back and forth. Good fastball, good off-speed pitches. He's really been their number one reliever this season.
6 saves. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Conforto is out on strikes. 1 away. Now Taylor run overall a very good ERA of 2.08. Yeah. But the saves and the save opportunities are a little misleading. He has 6 saves in 11 chances. Yeah, he's let 5 other chances slip away. Pro Armstrong pops it up right side, playable. The first baseman Murakami in foul territory makes the catch. And all of a sudden the Cubs are down to their last chance.
Yeah, it's one of those ball games today. Cubs offense just unable to do anything against the White Sox pitching. Game's not over yet, but it's been a tough game for the Cubs offensively.
Just 2 hits, both by Tyrone Taylor. 2 down, bottom of the 9th inning. Suzuki takes ball 1. Now you can hear the White Sox fans standing and cheering. The 1-0 is a strike. It would appear that the two teams are going to split their 6 games here in the regular season. The 1-1 down low. Sox winning 2 of 3 on the south side. The Cubs winning the first 2 of this 3-game series at Wrigley. And now the 2-1. Very high ball 3. He'd gladly take a walk here.
Yeah, Cubs need base runners. Got to get a couple men on here in this inning to bring the tying run to the plate.
3-0 White Sox. 2 down, 9th inning. Inside ball 4. Suzuki gets the base on balls. And now Bregman's plate appearance takes on significance, because if he reaches, then Michael Busch would be the tying run on deck.
Absolutely, and that's the whole idea, is to try to get Michael Busch to the plate.
Are you taking one here if you're Bregman?
I would say yes, and why not?
He is taking, and it's a strike, and running and taking second uncontested is Seiya Suzuki. I don't think he'll get credit for a steal.
Nope. Bushy's been the cleanup hitter. He's sponsored by Chicagoland's appliance leader, Grand Appliance. Get your all-star Frigidaire kitchen today at grandappliance.com.
Bregman nothing for 3. Trying to keep the Cubs alive. 2 down, bottom of the 9th. Ball strike 2, and now the Cubs are down to their last strike.
No stolen base there. Cubs steals are powered by a Turo tire.
And the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, and the ball game is over. The White Sox beat the Cubs 3-0 in the series finale. So Taylor gets the save. The Cubs won the first 2, but the Sox prevailed today, Ron, and they split the season 6-game package, each team with 3 wins.
Yeah, it's one of those series, and you kind of, in years past, you could say you could throw out the records and you just don't know what's going to happen. Both of these teams are good. They play right to the end, and they've had a very good series against each other, and it's kind of funny how it just ends up as a tie. Now we get a little business. Pony Pitching Changes, sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner to Chicago Cubs, leader in smart water commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers, sponsored by Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
3-0 the final. We'll be back with the totals and summaries in a moment. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Spiegel and Holmes, great Cubs guests and more on your way home 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
It's a known fact that dogs can hear frequencies too high-pitched for human ears. So Tito's Handmade Vodka made this message just for them. That was us telling all the dogs that Tito's partners with thousands of animal nonprofits to help with vet care, adoptions, and more. The dogs liked that. They also liked it when we asked, who's a very good dog? Tito's, the vodka for dog people. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
The winning lineup for your home starts with the appliance experts at Grand Appliance. From large-capacity Electrolux laundry to versatile Frigidaire kitchens, Grand Appliance brings together the brands that help your home perform like an all-star. And with fast delivery and professional installation, Grand makes it easy to upgrade your home with the latest appliance innovations. Shop grandappliance.com or one of their 12 Chicagoland locations to learn more. That's Grand Appliance, Chicago's hometown appliance leader since 1930.
Chicago weather is tough. Your home siding should be tougher. Hardy Siding is engineered for our climate. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
Here are the game totals for the White Sox today. 3 runs on 9 hits and no errors. The Cubs managed no runs on 2 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher, Jose, 2 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher, Jose Urquidy, now 2-1. The losing pitcher, Clay Holmes, 5-6. The save to Grant Taylor, his 7th in a ball game that required 2 hours and 29 minutes to play in front of a huge crowd of 40,086. So the Cubs take 2 out of 3, and now, Ron, it's on to a road trip to Seattle and Arizona. But first, some final thoughts about today's game.
Well, today's ball game was one of those games pitching dominated for the White Sox, and whenever pitching dominates in a game, you usually win. You know, Cubs with 2 hits, it's tough to win with 2 knocks, but what a series this has been. It's been a lot of fun. Over 120,000 people have watched this series at Wrigley Field, to say nothing about everybody around the neighborhood. So baseball is alive and well here in Chicago. It was a lot of fun to do these games and to be a part of them here once again this year.
I will see you at the airport.
See you on the plane, partner.
Cubs and Mariners tomorrow night from Seattle. It's a late start here in the Midwest at 9:10 Central Time. Neither team has announced their starting pitchers, but we'll have it for you. Cubs baseball tomorrow night from Seattle. Thanks to Paul Zarang, our engineer, for a job well done. Thanks to Zach Zaidman for all of his outstanding work. And please stay tuned. Zach has a pregame show right around the corner. For former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, Pat Hughes saying thank you for listening and goodbye from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Again, the final today, the White Sox 3 and the Cubs nothing. This has been a presentation of The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
This broadcast was presented by Bet365, where winning is everything. Download the Bet365 app and lock in your picks before the game begins. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800.